Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's got to do something about it. The spike is ticking, but Rafa with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as the media partner. I'm CA. I'm going to be your host and caster for this game, joined by Aggressive, and we're back with the action in the series. We're back with the round of 32, and damn, it feels good to be back. How are you feeling, Aggressive?
It was a long break for Diwali, and being finally back and seeing these teams go head to head, butting heads against one another once more, that is what we live to see. And of course, I can't wait to see what they're going to be bringing down to the table. So CA, tell us who are we going to be seeing?
So for game 1, it's going to be Goldleaf Esports versus Godlike Esports. For game 2, it's going to be Team Tamilas versus Powerpuff Boys. And for game 3, it's going to be Velocity Gaming versus Dovahkiin. But concentrating on game 1 right off the bat, this is the round of 32. So win this match and you go to the round of 16 and you get that extra life for yourself. It becomes that double elimination format. So a really important matchup for every single team involved today. And first up, we have our runners-up from Series 3 and Godlike.
Godlike coming up is going to be a real treat to watch because we haven't seen Godlike in a little while. So having to see them again right on the very first game of after Diwali, it's going to be so much fun to watch. And the other team, we haven't really seen them, I believe, in the other series. I may be wrong, but you can prove me right.
Yeah, I don't believe we've seen Goldleaf, but I do remember a couple of their players, namely Anarchy and Nesh. I believe that this team, they've never got to the round of 16 stage, and now being at the brink of the round of 16, it's going to be really up to them to make sure that they're able to push forward. But it's nice to see these new teams coming up and really making a stride forwards in the tournament. Now against Godlike Esports, it's going to be a tough task to match, and we saw what the map was. The map is Haven. We know exactly how strong Godlike can be on Haven. So, like, for me, Goldleaf, they really have to bring out something new.
And to bring out something new, you need to be extremely well coordinated and of course extremely well oiled as a team, not just in the terms of mechanical skill, but in terms of team play and coordination as well. When you think about Godlike, like that is something that we always know. That is their tried and true strategies. They are gonna make a lot of team coordinated plays, and of course their individual talents are also gonna be shining. But Goldleaf, we want to see some form of team play as well as mechanical skill. I'm very sure that every single one of these players have amazing mechanical skill as they have gone into the round of 32, but that is not what's gonna be winning you any rounds against a team like Godlike.
Like, they're continuing forward with their standard composition, which is the solo duelist on Knight Rider on the Jet and Shivy on that Breach. This combo really, it's sort of the strongest combo in the meta right now by itself, and we've seen a lot of Godlike in it. But now it's Goldleaf on the attack, but SMX holding it down. We'll get one. Megatron, though, with that shock dart, will find a return kill. Whitehorse gets one more back, and it's already 2v4. Godlike playing extremely strong on the defense here.
They're playing extremely strong, and all of the paranoids are being used from the side of the Omen. It's going to be Shivy, though, answering onto wrong, being able to take one, and it's just leaving Megatron on the back lane as he needs to try and fend off against a 1v4.
Megatron in a 1v4 situation with just 22 HP will not be able to get much done, but gets one headshot. Will take down Skargod, but Shivy there covering Skargod's back. will make sure it's 1-0 for Godlike Esports. And now going into the next round, for me, like, I think something that is really important to talk about in Haven, because both of these teams are using the Cypher, is that positioning of the Cypher in the side of defense, right? We see Godlike, they've time and time again used Whitehorse on the Cypher. He's been one of the players who's always consistent with his picks, and it's really curious to see how he sets up his trap fires in advance. This time you can see a garage and B set up with him using the camera down and C long to get the information. The camera does get the information and goes down, and those trap fires will now help his teammates hold down B and garage. While you can see Shivy using the fact that he's already set up for B and garage, able to come and join Whitehorse in that C. Really nice to see that the team sort of working around this sentinel pick in the defensive side. Now Scargod going for the peak in that one-up position. Will find one, will throw out the paranoia, but gets taken down by the grenade. Shivy and Whitehorse each find one though, and it's 4v2. The spike carrier is down.
The spike carrier is down, and with Shivy and Whitehorse from the side, they have every single angle covered. And ladies and gentlemen, another round going on to the side of Godlike Esports. And this is the level of play that we have been missing after such a long break, and it's so refreshing to see them once again. And it seems as though their team play and coordination have increased as well, probably through the scrims, probably through the practices coming through from their side. They're playing it really well, and every single movement, every single angle is being covered to perfection. And Shivy, of course, with his ability uses, is able to set up a Whitehorse so well to get those opening frags when they were pushing through that C side angle. But of course, that was the eco round for the side of Goldleaf. And now we are going to be going into the gun round. This is where it really matters.
Now, Whitehorse, I really like the idea of this push, using that camera, then pushing down C long, because you only have the Spectre, which is at its best in close range, and he's trying to get those close range fights, but instead gets taken down by Megatron. Scargod peeking down the same angle, though, will find revenge for his teammate, takes down Megatron with that headshot. Now, Fragger finds the return kill onto Scargod, and it's Story 3, but Knight Rider on the flank. Knight Rider with that brand new Ion Phantom skin will take down 2 in a beautiful fashion. Beautiful skin, beautiful kills. That's exactly what we like to see.
And coming out from Knight Rider, that is the best thing. But it's going to be Anarchy, though, getting a headshot onto SMX. And Shivy trying to answer back with his own kill from his side, but he only just has a Spectre. He's trying to take those shots, but the shots don't connect. But Shivy, with a well-placed headshot, is able to take out Anarchy, leaving Nesh a lonely old omen. He does not yet have the spike, but I do not believe that Godlike knows exactly where the spike is, as it was not dropped in their line of sight. And here are going to be the two best friends, Shivy and Knight Rider, that tried and true duo in their crime, are going to be holding off against Nesh. But with only 28 seconds left on the clock, he needs to start running and try to get the spike plant.
Nesh doing just that now, will make his way towards A, and that's really smart of him to do that because the A side is completely empty. Now we'll throw out the dark covers, and that should give away his positioning. But with Heaven and that was a bit of a smoke, but that's okay because nobody is here. We'll be coming towards CT where he did get the smoke down properly. He will get concussed, throw out the paranoia to buy himself some time, and now we'll go for the peek against 2 people, waiting for the flash to come out from Shivy. Now Nesh will find one. Nesh stands back. The dash from Knight Rider not finding him, but Knight Rider turning back in time, and Nesh going for the peak means that it's Knight Rider with the triple, and Knight Rider making sure Godlike win that buy round and take a huge economic lead.
Really well played coming out from the side of Godlike. They played it as a team, they played it together, and this is something that you should always know when it comes to these clutch scenarios. When this is a 1v2, do not get overconfident in your own skills. Always play for the trades, always play with your team, take the picks and then play for the trades. That is exactly what Godlike did, and this is what won them this round. If there was one mistake coming out from either one of the members from the side of Godlike, this could have easily gone in the favor of Nesh. But really good job coming out from Knight Rider to play on the contact of Shivy and being able to take that kill and that clutch. The round is now 3-0 moving forward, and another eco round for the side of Goldleaf.
Both of his Shrouded Step there, his C ability, and I wonder if he could have used it to reposition under the Heaven, or even gone for a fake by using it in the same place and try to bait out Knight Rider. You always want to try, as you said, aggressive, to go for the advantageous trades in that position, and making sure to use your abilities is one way to do just that. But now 3-0, that was the buy round for Goldleaf, and you can see in this round that I expect them to go for a semi-buy of sorts, because with that lose streak, they should be able to afford the same. Now Goldleaf, they're taking it slow. They're trying to switch up their strategy. They want to find a couple picks before they commit to any site in particular. It'll be the Reyna holding down A angle, while the rest of their team looking down mid, with the Cypher looking down at C. Now, the Anarchy and Megatron will slowly make their way into Garage, and that's where the spike is. But that's also where Scargod and Whitehorse are holding down C. And now Scargod, with the repositioning, will be able to spot one now. SMX though gets that first kill onto Nesh, and now
30
Goldleaf,
seconds
they're
left.
stuck in the middle of a hard place and a rock.
They're stuck in a hard place on a rock,
Still
but
inside.
they need to try and break into this side right now with only 23 seconds left on the clock. It's gonna be Megatron opening it up with the Scargod, but Whitehorse chilling up on the side angle. He's able to take out two, but Fragor has his back. But here comes Shimmy with his own trades, and he's trading it out left, right, and center. 2 kills for the side of Shimmy and Whitehorse. They are railing it down, and they are butchers in a butcher shop, and all the meat is being grinded up. Goldleaf going down 4-0, and Godlike showing such a dominant performance.
Godlike just being exactly the team we expect them to be, extremely calm, extremely collected, extremely coordinated. The interesting fact is that they have not strayed from this double initiator composition in the Sova and the Breach, and they've really made it their own now, adopting what has actually become one of the best compositions in the international meta in First Strike tournaments, and making it something where they can bring a new twist to it and show teams how it's done. Shivy with 7 kills on that Breach really popping off this time, and it's Megatron with 4 on the other side, trying to find some sort of revival for Goldleaf. Now last round, they went for the forced buys, the semi-buys, and that means this round they will be forced into an eco situation, and that gives Godlike a chance to make it 5-0. On the defensive side, no less, we usually prefer teams to be able to get more rounds on the attacking side because of the fact that Haven has 3 sides, and Goldleaf right now not able to do it, Godlike holding strong.
They're holding strong, and all of the positions are being held properly as well. The one advice that I would give to Goldleaf is actually playing on the trades. It seems as though Goldleaf is a bit lost when it comes to checking a lot of these angles. And of course, this is the map of Haven. They are not really going for any picks. I don't know if you noticed this or not, because Goldleaf as a team, I'm pretty sure they have, like, I've seen a lot of mechanical brilliance coming out from some of their players, but at the same time, it seems as though they're, first of all, not playing for trades. They're going in for a lot of the solo plays. And second of all, we are not seeing any forms of rotations coming out from them. When they try to hit the A side, when they try to hit the C side, when they try to hit the B side, it seems as though whichever side they pick, they're just going to be rushing in on there. They're not even trying to rotate, they're not trying to play mind games with their opponents, and this is putting them in such a bad deficit. And with the eco round coming through as well, and with fully loaded people from the side of Godlike, this is just going to be even more difficult.
Yeah, moreover, like, I'd like to see a different agent on the lurk. Like, we've seen the Cypher and the Reyna on the lurk in previous rounds, and the Reyna really an agent you want in the side push area to be able to utilize her flashes to optimal efficiency. Them leaving Reyna on the lurk really means that she's forced to wait for something to happen rather than creating her own plays, which is where Reyna really thrives. Now at a 4-0 situation, with this eco round, they need to just try to get as much damage done. But Knight Rider on the off angle will find 1, will find 2. That Reaver skin looks so good in his hands, and with that double headshots, he makes it work. Already 5-3, and it's as you said, Goldleaf, like 2 members down at A long, but they're still in the same position.
They're still in the same position. They're not really pushing down a side. It seems as though they don't have a proper plan. They're trying to hold windows with only SMGs and pistols. This is just one of those things that you should not do, especially going up against Vandals. It's either go to the garage side, try and take a lot of these close range fights where you know that you have a chance of winning at least with your pistols. But here the Reyna is going in alone
30
to try and
seconds
clear out the garage angle, seeing if there is any flank route. But as of right now, they're not moving anywhere, and 24 seconds left on the clock. They need to try and hit a site, and they're going to be choosing A.
They're choosing A, but with just 15 seconds left, Knight Rider holding it down. He has an assault rifle to his name. He's not looking in the right angle to do just that now. We'll find one headshot. We'll find the second. Knight Rider is 4th, looking for his ace. Runs out of bullets, no. And never been wrong able to pick him up, wrong able to deny the ace. Shivy not too far behind, able to clean up, take down wrong. But Knight Rider, that's a little bit unfortunate. Didn't even, I think he actually had his dash because he gets a couple kills. So just Knight Rider caught a bit off guard by his own lack of bullets. You can see right here, he's gonna turn around right about now. He's gonna find the headshots, and because he finds 2 kills, he gets his dash back. But then got unaware by his own lack of bullets. Actually, I think he was expecting himself to hit the headshot, but then misses those shots, and he's like, damn, I only had 5 bullets.
Yeah, that is what happens when you don't reload your gun immediately. Knight Rider having those 15 bullets. If he just had a couple of extra bullets, that was an ace and a treat for everyone to watch. But an amazing play coming out from the side of Knight Rider, and he has the operator in hand. Misses the first headshot. Gets tagged down to 57 HP from the side of Wrong, but Scargot come in and massive, being able to take out the Sova from his side. This is going to be Shivy though, using the flashes. He's checking every single corner. He knows exactly where they are. Shivy spots out Fragger, being able to take him out, but gets tagged down extremely low, down to 30 HP. It's going to be Scargot though, getting one onto Nesh from the backline. White Horse answering on to Anarchy, and it's going to be Wrong just chilling out of the back angle, and everyone is hunting him down. Gets spotted out from the side of Scargot, and the cavalry is coming in. And it's gonna be coming in from every single angle, but Wrong, he takes that first kill, but goes in for the dismiss. Does get taken out by the hands of SMX, and 6-0 is the round score for the side of Godlike Esports.
Godlike Esports just... the biggest difference in this matchup is that every single round, Godlike Esports, they have a play that they want to make. Last round for them, it was the push down into C-Long. They clear the corners with such efficiency, first using Shivy's flashes, and then when Shivy is at the C-Long position, you see the paranoia come out from Scargot to set him up, and making sure that every single peak they take, every single corner they check is backed up by that ability, making sure that they're the ones with the advantageous positions and they're the ones getting the kills. Godlikes, they've been so consistent in Series 4, coming in from Series 3, with the understanding that they try to switch their gameplay up every round, and now doing that, they're at a 6-0 scoreline. The showstopper though now coming up from Anarchy, but Knight Rider will stop him right in the tracks. He says, fire in the hole, no, bullet in your head, down you go. 5v4 for Godlike already.
5v4 it is, and you have to consider something, because the way that Godlike is playing, they're playing it so methodically, they're playing it so systematically, and we're going to be seeing every single angle being taken care of by 2 people. There's not going to be 1, there's going to be 2 bloodthirsty bloodhounds just waiting it out, seeing what you do and exactly spotting you out, and it's going to be White Horse being able to take out Wrong from an off angle from his side, and it's going to be Nesh again, the lonely little Owen from the side of Goldleaf, trying to clutch it out against 5 very, very, very healthy members from the side of Godlike Esports. It either needs to go for a save as of right now, but in this new
30
patch,
seconds left.
saving is not going to be doing you much as you get 1,000 credits less as you're going to be moving forward into the next round.
Yeah, saving doesn't do much, so like I can see the idea though in this round when he tries to go for the save, because with such little time left and in a 1v5 situation, especially with the spike drop down in C-Long, there really isn't anywhere for him to go. Now you can see the rest of Godlike, they're trying to capitalize on this, move forward and get him. They likely will not find him, and this is what we keep talking about Godlike. They're a very smart and systematic team. They do not like to take unnecessary risks. They only make plays that they know how it will go. They do not like to take RNG plays. They do not like to take coin flip plays. And that's why they truly are a scary team, because they've got the mechanics in the bag. Every single player in Godlike is a top class player when it comes to aim. But what makes them truly scary is the fact that they're willing to just take a step back and understand that they as a team, they want to play systematic. They never want to give an unnecessary advantage over to the other team, and doing that makes sure that they're on top of the game always. Now Shivy with 9 kills, White Horse and Knight Rider with 8 each, not too far behind. Now Knight Rider will find 1, and with the collateral will find 2 as well. That's the Megatron down with the spike, and that's the Autobots winning seemingly.
The Autobots are winning and out, but we have to give it to Knight Rider though. That collateral headshot, Knight Rider must be shocked as hell himself, because that collateral through the smoke. I'm pretty sure that Megatron is trying up a river from his side, but with one more member going out from the side of Godlike, they still have a chance. But Scar God, he is waiting out on underside of this window. He knows where the Cypher is. He's gonna be trying to go in for the big. It's Knight Rider on his side though, being able to take out Nesh, and Scar God with a quick peek onto Fragger, being able to catch him off guard to take him out. It's gonna be wrong though in a 1 versus 3 scenario. This is very much possible if he plays it smart, if he plays it well. But against a team like Godlike Esports, only smart plays are not going to be winning you out a lot. You need to play for these trades and you need to be quick, and it's going to be SMX with the jiggles and with the strafes being able to take it away from the side of Wrong, making it an 8-0 for the side of Godlike Esports.
In a position like that, when you know you're in a 1v3 situation and that one of the members on your opposing team has an operator, you really have to go for a plant on the basis of where you want to hide and then look for rotations and picks. Wrong not doing that, he just instead goes for a very safe plant and then peeks down in garage and instantly just gets taken down by SMX. What I would rather have seen him do is maybe go for the long plant and mark the spike before taking his spot in long and waiting in that cubby for someone to come, trying to delay as much time as possible and try to buy as much time. But Wrong not doing that, meaning it's 8-0 for Godlike, and now Goldleaf with full buys this round. You see 3 light shields, you see an operator, they're investing everything into trying to pull it back this round. So we'll have to see if they can get it done, because right now Godlike, they're on a roll. Now back to the idea of sentinel positioning for both teams, right? You can see Whitehorse, he's changed it up now, going for a backside, a C tripwire and a garage tripwire, enabling 2 members to play down in C and only 1 to play down A. Wrong though finds that kill onto Knight Rider, but SMX with the Hunter's Fury finds a double tag, finds 1 kill, will find the second kill.
Oh my god!
SMX, that was huge.
That was massive. SMX, you had no business killing Megatron there. You didn't know where he is, but an expert prediction coming out from the Nova himself. That is an expertly played round coming out from the side of SMX. SMX taking a 3rd kill onto Anarchy. He is going on a tear onto the side of Goldleaf, and Whitehorse answers back onto his clone. And he's able to take out another one. It is gonna be Godlike with the neural theft coming out from the side of Whitehorse as well. They know that Nesh has the operator and they need to try and take it out of his hands. It's gonna be Shibby with the jiggle peak, spotting him out on the C-long angle. Left. It's gonna be Whitehorse trying to rush on in, but if he goes in a bit too deep, he may get caught out by his operator. But with a good flash coming out from the side of Shibby to just hold it out for a little while longer. Let's see what he does.
He just ends up going down with SMX finding the kill, making it 9-0 for the side of Godlike Esports. And the round, it started off really well with Wrong getting the kill onto Knight Rider, but SMX here, with his first charge of the Hunter's Fury, finds a double tag, finds the kill onto the one of the members in that double tag, and then with the expert prediction, as you said, is able to find the second kill. Right now, there's no contest. Megatron and the Decepticons, if you may, on the side of Goldleaf, really not able to match the strength of Godlike Esports. Godlike just able to hold on multiple angles strong, but now you can see Goldleaf, they're trying to switch up the strategies. All members pushing down garage with just the Cypher lurking. They're trying to do something new and try to catch Godlike off guard, try to be deceitful and decepting. Now the ult comes out from the side of Nesh into C, will find a couple players for himself, but still till now they're committing hard into the C side, all of them funneling in. Now it'll be Megatron getting the first kill onto Scargod. This is the 4th fight, but Knight Rider holding it down strong. What a flick, gets an Anarchy. Shibby with 1 more, meaning it's 4v3, but the spike is planted.
Spike is planted, the rolling thunder has been used. There's gonna be Knight Rider with the dangerous knife, and he is gonna be chef's kissing everyone. He has the operator and once out Megatron takes them out, and it's gonna be SMX from the side as well, taking out Wrong. And Knight Rider on this operator is just such a scary opposition, and when he has those knives, he's like a professional chef, just cutting up every single one of them, ladies and gentlemen. And that operator with surgical precision being able to take out Anarchy right as he's flying through the air, that is the level of play that we expect coming out from players of this caliber.
First idea of Goldleaf Esports to use the dark covers to take control of garage, but I don't like the fact that they funnel into C, because by now they have to have the knowledge that Whitehorse on that Cypher is usually setting up a trapper around Garage, giving a bunch of information to his team. What they could have rather done is try to push forward through Garage and get into the CT side of Haven, and then try to funnel into B or C side depending on where they find a couple picks. But instead they end up getting stuck down at Garage and have to funnel into C, and it's Godlike with the round. Now Knight Rider holding down A. He's already pushing aggressively, already found first blood, and this solo duelist for Godlike is just coming out huge. But Nesh will find one onto Scarguard. Wrong with another is right now Goldleaf with the man advantage. They're revealing themselves with the trap fire though, and they need to go for C side. Knight Rider will take down Fragger. He's the Fragger himself, making 3v3. Now Whitehorse holding it down strong. Whitehorse with the triple. Wow.
Whitehorse, this man is insane. He did not stop shooting even once. And those spray transfers were so clean. That is the power of a phantom, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. That is the tone of Whitehorse music. And he played that so well. Every single spray transfer, every single kill was done expertly. And this is the team that we know and love. And their name is Godlike Esports.
One of the biggest questions we had about Godlike coming into Series 4 is what are they really going to do to sort of set themselves apart, to sort of establish their own identity, to try to make that push towards becoming the champions themselves. And one of the biggest things that we've seen from them so far in Series 4 has been they've only played this one composition, but they play it so systematically, and they've shown that even within this one composition, they have a paramount number of plays. Insane the way they're able to continuously be creative and continuously use their abilities with synergy. Now you can see Shivy doing just that, trying to deny any sort of B push coming in from Goldleaf, who tried to get the same. Now Knight Rider pushing in aggressively with the op. He's not going to find anyone just yet, but Knight Rider just on the edge with the wrong coming out of the window will get taken down, and that's Spike Carrier down. That's once again Knight Rider with first blood.
Knight Rider with the first blood, and this is gonna be one round away from coming into match point. But Nesh, he's answering back as much as he can. Nesh answers back onto another one. It's gonna be Whitehorse though coming out from the side, being able to take out Nesh, leaving it in a 3 versus 2 scenario for the side of Goldleaf. Megatron being able to answer onto Knight Rider, being able to take his off away from his side. It's gonna be Fragger though coming out from his back end, and he's able to take out SMX, and this is very much possible for the side of Goldleaf Esports, but this is Whitehorse, the clutch god himself, but it's not gonna be working out, and an expertly played round coming out from the side of Goldleaf. They played it smart, they played it well, they played it as a team, and they played for the trades. That is what you wanted to see going up against a team like Godlike Esports. And one round of brilliance is not going to be winning you everything. They need to try more because they're in a very, very, very deep ditch going into a 11-1.
Yeah, they definitely are, but I have to say props to them for the way that round was played. For me, especially props to Fragger for that flank he was able to put up, coming up huge in that flank, able to deny any sort of A retake from Godlike and make sure his team is able to pick up at least one round in that first half. You just saw the scorecard, you saw it was Knight Rider leading this charts with 17 kills to his name. Really like to see Knight Rider popping off, and he's doing just that now. It's going to be Godlike on the attacking side. Knight Rider with the frenzy. I am personally in love with the frenzy in my own games, and it's really nice to see Crows picking it up too. And Knight Rider with that aggressive dash in already found 2 kills. He's on a frenzy.
He is on a frenzy, and he's tearing them up like a meat grinder right now with that frenzy in hand. And he's gonna be going in as fast as possible, being able to take the kills that he needs. So it's just gonna be Fragger sitting up with a classic on the CT angle, and an angry horde of members coming out from the side of Godlike. But Fragger with those 2 headshots is able to take out 2. But Starguard with a 3k with the ghost in hand is able to clean it all up and making it match point for the side of Godlike Esports. One more round away from victory. But Goldleaf, they have the fighting spirit. Will they be able to close it out and come in for a comeback?
Throughout the series, and not just Series 4, throughout Series 1, 2, 4, we've seen a lot of teams where there are certain teams where they lack the mechanical capability to be able to step up to a team like Godlike, and there's some teams that lack the macro capability. Goldleaf, they very much fall in the latter side, and that's a good thing in my opinion, because it's considerably easier to sort of understand and develop your game sense as compared to improving your game is specifically they just need to build up clean synergy. But now Knight Rider dashing in aggressively will take down Nesh, and with one more kill coming down onto Anarchy, it's Godlike already a 3-man advantage. SMX will go for the plant. Fragger will find the return. It's 4v2 right now with just Megatron and Fragger to try to pull it back. Megatron gets one, makes it 2v3. Fragger gets another. It's 2v2, and Goldleaf, it's that fighting spirit you mentioned, aggressive.
The fighting spirit is burning, and the passion is there. But White Horse with the PM coming out with the dive, and they're gonna try and close it out. And Megatron, White from the flash coming up from the side of Shibby. They close it out, and Godlike Esports take the map away, and they take this set. Extremely well played from the side of Godlike.
Extremely well played from Godlike, and for Godlike, that last knife coming in from White House, you can see it right here. That was a bit of fun, but like a bit of VM too against Fragger. I have to say, like Goldleaf, like I don't think the score does them justice whatsoever, because we saw time and time again they're able to land the headshots, and they're showing that they have this capability to stand up to a team like Godlike. It's as we were talking about, they really just need to be able to get some more plays in their playbook and try to play that mind games with their opponents, because in the round of 32, that's really what makes the difference. Now we'll take a second to go back into the matchup, talk about exactly the specific things that Goldleaf could have done different, and the specific things that Godlike did brilliantly with the AMD, with the Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, aggressive for me, like, I think the way Godlike approaches, we've said it already, like the systematic way they approach this makes it incredibly hard for a relatively new team to try to find ways to break it down, because the way Godlike like to play is that, hey, we finish this one angle, then we go to the next, we finish that angle, and then we go to the next, and that means that this is basically foolproof, and to actually come on top of them, you have to get some sort of outplayed on.
When it comes to Godlike, I would say the outplay potential, of course, it needs to be there, but you also need to win in a lot of your mechanical battles, because I have seen there is some form of skill discrepancy, because Godlike as a team, they have a lot more mechanical dominance. I've seen that in multiple scenarios when they were taking a lot of these fights. But you can overcome those mechanical dominances through the use of abilities. Maybe using the Reina Flash in unorthodox ways, for example, throwing it near your foot or throwing it against the sidewall, forcing your opponent to change their crosshair positioning so that you can have a small advantage, or maybe just camping inside of a smoke, trying to wait out any form of a smoke push. These small things would help against the side of Godlike Esports, because Godlike as a team, they already know which angles they're going to be checking. They're already going to be calling it out. Okay, I'm going to be checking, let's say, I'm going to be checking under heaven. I'm going to be checking right cubby. I'm going to be checking left cubby. They already know where they're going to be looking at. So to try and get a one-up against Godlike, playing in those unorthodox positions are the only way to do it. And if Goldleaf were able to pull it off, we have seen them being able to pull it off, because on some of the rounds, like the one round that they did win, they were playing very different positions from what Godlike expected, and they were able to take that round away from them.
Yeah, it's all about trying to be creative, and that's really what gives you an advantage against a systematic team like Godlike. Because while Godlike, they have this sort of foolproof way of being able to check multiple corners and being able to do it in different rounds, in different play styles, what that also means is that you can understand what they are likely to do. Because Godlike do what I like to call GTO, like game theory optimal. They like to make the most likely play to help them succeed. But that also means that you as the opposition team can predict that likely play and try to find a counter to that. So we'll have to see Godlike now moving into the round of 16 if they can find a team that is able to just completely surprise them and take them down. But for now, it's Godlike moving into the round of 16 and Goldleaf going out of the tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing Goldleaf back, because they definitely do have the capability to step up in this tournament. For now though, that's gonna be all for game 1. We're gonna go set up for game 2. In the meantime, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Follow us on the social media. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're back for Diwali, and in that light, every single day moving forward is gonna have an amazing set of games. So make sure you have that notification bell on. For now, we're gonna go set up for game 2, and we'll be back with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4 with that.
so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Take my hand, and we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shiffy, he's gotta do something about it. The spike is ticking, but Rappa with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenges Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. My name is Apollonia. I'll be your host and caster this time, and I will be joining Aggressive, which you did see earlier in the first game. And we saw Godlike Esports make it over to the round of 16. But right now, upcoming, we have Powerpuff Boys versus Team Tamilas, the defending champions of the TEC Challenges Series 3. So, this is going to be a massive game solely because, Team Tamilas, they have a huge following. They really showed us their strength, getting that title as champions the last time around. For Powerpuff Boys, I do see a few familiar names, but, I do think that the players have had a run at competitive, but it's going to be exciting to see what they're going to be able to pull out here, Aggressive. What are your thoughts?
When it comes to me, of course it's Team Tamilas. Do I need to say anything about these guys? They are just absolutely incredible when it comes to their team play, when it comes to their coordination and everything that they do. But we are, of course, seeing a new face going onto the side of Team Tamilas. It's going to be Cuff coming out. And I don't have a lot of info when it comes to Cuff. Can you fill me in on him if you can?
Oh, okay. So we saw Kusif the last time around. I believe it was the round of 128 or round of 256. So, Team Tamilas, they have a history of testing out different players, trying to see what makes the perfect concoction for an extremely strong team. And Kusev, he has been fitting in very nicely along with Rafa, Stoner, Flex, and Zoid. But it looks like Stoner might just lock in that Sova, considering that he is a Cypher main, and Stoner will be playing something very much different. Now on the side of Powerpuff Boys, they have made it all the way up to the round of 32. So, they are going to pack a punch. Competition is going to be a little bit tougher. From the next tier of the tournament onwards, it's going to be double elimination. So it really comes down to the round of 32 to really make it work. And No Fear here just figuring out what he's going to use, and that is going to be a Phoenix. So looking at both the compositions, it is different, but it's going to be cool. So it seems like both teams are having a little bit of a different approach. And the map, I believe, it is Bind. Now, Bind, it is unique because it has those teleporters. How do you think both teams should approach this map? And it is the round of 32. They can't afford to make a single mistake.
This is the round of 32, and Bind as a map, it's extremely important that you use these teleporters to the maximum potential. You can rotate very easily, you can go in for a lot of those synergistic plays. For example, one person pushing up market, then you immediately jump into the teleporter to try and grab their attention so that your team member in market can go for the peak and you get the upper hand in a lot of these battles. This is where all of the team play and coordination are going to be coming into play. And Team Tamilas, we already know what they're capable of. We don't really need to talk about what kind of team play they're going to be bringing down to the table. But from the side of Powerpuff Boys, it's going to be a lot more difficult because personally, I don't know how they work as a team. I don't know exactly who these players are. So I really am looking forward to see some very unique and interesting plays coming out from their side to try and combat the tried and true nature of Team Tamilas.
All right, and here on the defensive side, Powerpuff Boys, they're just gonna take it back. No aggressive positions, and Team Tamilas, they're trying to figure out, are we going to go for this push? And, TT, they are very strategic. They have a plan, and Rafa one taps No Fear, drawing that first blood. That was an insane shot. He's gonna dash right into Lamps, and Pixels picks him up. 4v4 situation, and two members are extremely low on the side of the attack, and Pixel's just gonna bring it back. Flex picks up a kill onto Sizzy G, and that leaves Powerpuff Boys very vulnerable as Stoner chimes in on that Sova. Very nice to see. Pixel picks up the second kill, and Flex takes him out from the back. Last man standing is gonna be Shu. And he spots out Flex. Good bit of communication there from the side of defense. And Shu making his way over to Lamps. He's gonna spot two members. Gets the kill onto Zoid. Down to a 1v1, 20 HP. And it seems like the Killjoy doesn't have much health either. But Kusev, he's gonna clutch it out and show his team it is well worth it to add me into the roster.
That was such a well-played round. Coming out from the side of Team Tamilas, the very fast execute, and of course the open and kill coming out from Rafa, and him dashing in to get that information was perfectly executed from his side. And from coming out from Stoner, the double push coming out from the shower angle, being Flex and being Stoner, they were able to take control. They got the secondary pick of the guy onto Heaven, and were immediately able to cut off any form of rotation coming out from CT. That was an extremely played round coming out from their side. But from the side of the enemy Cypher on the defensive half, he did have armor and did not buy a lot of his trapwire, so that was such a dangerous play as well. But here comes No Fear with a frenzy, just domes down Rafa with a double headshot. That is what you need to see, and the mechanical brilliance is already showing, ladies and gentlemen. But it's going to be Stoner with the Spectre in hand. He spots out one on the back angle, but No Fear, he's not taking any chances. He's just going to be waiting it out, seeing what he can find from the contact of his teammate. But Stoner, playing it smart, has the Aldon in hand. Does not spot him out just yet, and Pixels is able to protect his teammate for just a little while longer. He does not know exactly where he just is, but Stoner, he's playing it smart, he's playing it slow, and he does get tagged up by the shock dart, but about the Phoenix, he's very low, sitting up on that back angle. But Flex answers back with the first kill of this round. He does find one. It's gonna be 2 kills from the side of Dito, being able to take out his clone and going in for the trade. Stoner, he's still tapping away, trying to find as much as he can. But Kusev, he finds Dito on the back end as well, and the B side has been opened up just a little bit. But in a 3 versus 3 situation, Powerpuff Boys, they are not looking healthy whatsoever. As 3 angry members from the side of Team Tamilas are gonna be running down into this B side. They know exactly where they are. Zoid does spot out one. He is able to take down Shuva, but Kusev does go down from his side. The Killjoy is down, leaving it into a 2v2 scenario. Stoner slowly creeping up from the hookah angle, but there's one person sitting in hookah, one person in spawn, and it's gonna be Pixels being able to answer out on the Stoner. This is a 1v2 scenario now, ladies and gentlemen, but they're very low from their side. It's gonna be Zoid with full HP, but coming out from 2 angles, one from hookah, one from CT. The expertly played round coming out from the side of Powerpuff Boys, being able to take it away from Team Tamilas. That was such a well executed round.
Indeed, you know, Team Tamilas, they lost Rafa right off the bat, and, you know, No Fear, staying true to his name, was able to pick up that kill. And, you know, they were having a little bit of a scuffle, and the thing was that Team Tamilas did go for the buy, and it was actually a thrifty round for Powerpuff Boys. So, you know, that is a huge loss. They played their cards right. 2v1 scenario, and, you know, the way these last 2 members coordinated at No Fear, being able to pick up the kill. We see the power that these boys have, you know. 1 and 1 on the scoreboard, and we do see the full buys coming out on the side of defense. This is not going to be an easy one, I don't think, for Team Tamilas. The names Ditto and Pixels, it feels like, you know, there might be a little bit of a roster change, and, you know, these 5 members, they have come together under this really creative name, Powerpuff Boys. But, you know, I don't think they're any strangers to competitive FPS gaming, especially in the Valorant space. Now, this is going to be Flex here, moving up a short, looking to be the one to find that opportunity for his team. And, you know, with the Vandal in hand, he does make that investment. Dark cover disappears. Another one tossed in hastily from the side of defenders. It seems like Powerpuff Boys, they have this one down.
They have this one down from their side, but from the side of Team Tamilas, they're playing it very slow. They're playing it tactically. After a loss like that, especially when it came to the eco round for the side of Powerpuff Boys, they're going to be playing it slow. But Rafa, he's going to be taking first contact, and he does get taken out. by the hands of Shubo. It's gonna be Flex, so answering back on the Pixels. 1-for-1 trades coming out from both sides, but
30
Flex,
seconds
he
left.
gets tagged down very low from his end, and with the Cypher using the neural tap, they know exactly where he is. Flex not being able to take that shot. No fear though, coming out on top. He takes down 2. He goes looking for the 3rd, but he's not gonna be able to find it. It's gonna be the Sova being able to take down Kusef from the side. It's just gonna be lonely little Flex with the spike being planted. He has the showstopper in hand though, so this is very much possible for him to win it out, but he needs to play it smart, he needs to play it well, and he needs to try and get that headshot, but Shubo a bit too quick for his states. He's able to take out Flex coming in from the side, and the spike diffuse is going to be going through. 1 and 2 on the scoreboard for the side. Sorry, 2 and 1 on the scoreboard for the side of Powerpuff Boys.
Indeed, and Powerpuff Boys, they're showing their dominance, and this, you know, is
Can I get a drop?
bit odd, something that we didn't expect. You know, considering that Team Tamilas were, I mean, they are defending champions, you would think that, you know, hey, they might come in and, you know, right off the bat, they're gonna just show us their dominance. But Team Tamilas has also earned the nickname the Comeback Kings. And, you know, it wasn't exactly a smooth road for them. And this game could be another kind of a similar scenario. You know, they're able to perform under very high pressure situations. But one thing that we have to take note is that the roster is different with the new addition of Kusif. And considering that he did clutch the 1 round that Team Tamilas managed to secure, I do believe that, hey, you know, he could help his buddies out there to, you know, just bring this team forward. But Powerpuff Boys, nonetheless, it seems like, you know, they've taken a little bit of Chemical X. We do see the fire in them. 1 round lead. Let's see how they're going to take this over. Now, it's going to be full buys from both sides. And looking at the compositions, we do see, you know, a little bit of a difference in the choice of Sentinels. But, you know, nonetheless, a bit similar. Duelists are different. We have the Jet on one side, Phoenix on the other, and they are going to run the Raze, Omen, and Sova. But Stoner on the Sova, I'm excited to see what kind of flashy plays he's going to pull off on that agent, just like how he does on his Cypher, because, hey, Stoner's Cypher is pretty impressive.
Stoner Cypher is one of those things, like, I still remember from the time of Series 3, I always told you that going up against Stoner is gonna be, I forgot, who was the Cypher from Exili? He was one of those players, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. It's gonna be Flex though, answering back on a no fear, and the side has been stormed into onto the B, and it's gonna be Ditto taking massive amounts of damage coming out from the side of Rafa and Kusef. Rafa being able to answer back onto Ditto. He takes down 1, and already we're finding the answer coming out from the side of Team Tamilas. You just said that this is not expected from the side of Team Tamilas, and they are coming in hard, and they're coming in fast to take out the Powerpuff Boys. It's just gonna leave the Sova chilling out on the CT angle with only 5 bullets to his name. He needs to try and get some exit frags at the very least, so he does a little bit of damage towards the side of Team Tamilas. But when it comes to rounds like this, going back and forth is gonna be so dangerous, and it's gonna be Flex holding that down, that angle, tags him down to 19 HP, and he needs to go for the save.
Revealing area.
Team Tamilas, that was actually a good bit of strategy that they executed. They waited to the very last moment at about 20 seconds left of the timer. And Rafa, he's going to pick up that last kill, leave no one alive. All of Powerpuff Boys, they're going to go down. But back to Team Tamilas and their strategy, waiting for it to go, you know, okay, it was 30 seconds on the clock. They make their way in. Time is of an essence, and they just completely caught Powerpuff Boys off guard. And, you know, that Killjoy, being able to utilize those abilities really costed, it really hurt Powerpuff Boys. So this is the Team Tamilas we know, where they are very slow and they like to think things out. They like to have a plan, and one of it is usually playing with the timer. So, you know, the fact that this works, they can definitely, you know, keep it in the back of their mind as one of the strategies that they can kind of mix and match with, because doing the same thing over and over again, it's not going to give you the upper hand if the enemy team is able to analyze and adapt.
And when it comes to the Powerpuff Boys, we see them adapt really quickly as well. For example, in that first round, they just went down, And immediately came the next round where they played it expertly. They played it slow, they played it systematically. And we are seeing both mechanical brilliance, for example, the micro and macro play coming out from Powerpuff Boys. Both are extremely, extremely well disciplined. I can see that Powerpuff Boys are a very disciplined team. They're holding down their corners, they're holding their angles, and they are leaving the sights to their teammates. For example, this is a heavy B push, but no one has rotated just yet. And with one tripwire and a lot of noise coming out from the B side, that is the only time they went in for those rotations. But Team Tamilas, they're going to be forcing themselves onto the side, but it's going to be Ditto with the Spectre being able to take that too. The Showstopper comes in from the side of Flex. He finds no fear, and another run coming out from the side of Vito. He tries to get away, but he's not going to be able to. It's going to be Pixels on the back end picking out Zoid, and the Sova taking out his friendly Sova, but Pixels answers back onto Stoner and takes him out. And such a chaotic round indeed. Everyone from the side of Powerpuff Boys just storming out the entirety of Team Tamilas, just catching them off guard left, right, and center. And it seems as though Powerpuff Boys, this is going to be a huge upset if the defending champions are having such a hard time against such an unknown team.
Indeed, you know, and if you're looking at the track record, I do believe in the previous round, the round of 64, Team Tamilas, they went up against Team Alchemist, and the scoreline was 13-9. It wasn't on stream, but you know, hey, that actually speaks a lot of volumes because you know, Team Tamilas might be a little bit shaky, considering that, you know, it is a new roster and it takes time to build up that communication, that synergy. But that's going to be no fear right off the bat, picking up the first kill of this round onto Stoner. Powerpuff Boys hanging on. They're trying to keep this lead. CZG, he's going to pick up one for himself as well. And, you know, the last round, Ditto picking up that double kill, and Pixels being able to find a double as well really saved that round for themselves. So Powerpuff Boys off to a good start. But Team Tamilas, how are they going to, you know, change this into their favor? That's going to be Ditto connecting the headshot onto Rafa. And it's a 5v2 situation. That's a flying Ditto. And Kusif connects the shot, gets that kill. But he's got to do a little bit more than that. 2v4 now. And Zoid lingering around A short. They got to get the spike planted. Less than 40 seconds on the clock. And we do see two defenders stacked up on the side of A, and they are going to spread that out. Good choice by the Powerpuff Boys.
Left.
And they have spotted out the attackers. Kusif looking to plant that turret on the double crate. Zoid with a very aggressive teleport, and he's going to pick up Shu. If Team Tamilas keeps up this energy, it is definitely going to help them. But No Fear takes out Kusif. It's a 1v3 situation, 13 seconds left on the clock. Zoid's going to pick up No Fear. He's going to plant the spike. The dark cover might just help him, and he's going to teleport, but I don't think that's enough time. 4 seconds, and the Sova sees him. He's going to turn around, pick up the kill on Pixels, but not enough time to plant that spike. Very flashy, good mechanical skill coming out from Zoid, but it was just a little bit too short, and that gives Powerpuff Boys the 2-round advantage over Team Tamilas.
I would have to say nice try, Team Tamilas, because Zoid, you played that expertly, but you did not expect that the Sova was going to be sitting out on the B side. He would have had enough time to go in for the plan. That was a very well played run from his side, but he was running the clock down to the very last second. And this just goes to show how amazing of a team Powerpuff Boys are. Even in such a scenario, the Sova did not make the rotation. He was just waiting out on the B side, knowing that the Omen had the teleport in hand. And that was an extremely flashy show of the mechanical dominance that Zoid has on his favor. But when it comes to the smart plays, the synergistic plays, the macro play, it seems as though Powerpuff Boys, they have that advantage as of right now. And if Team Tamilas are not able to adapt, they're going to be in such a bad scenario. But we're going to be seeing Rafa, though, running on in, trying to get one. He does find Pixel, but No Fear answers back onto Flex, coming out of the shower angle. He does not know that Kusif is going to be behind the boxes, and No Fear, he's taking massive amounts of damage. He needs to go in for the heal with the hot hands. But Kusif, he knows exactly where he is. He's in that back corner. Ditto does get spotted out from the back angle, but Stoner comes in massive with a shock dart, but Ditto answers back with his boombot, being able to take out one. It's gonna be Zoid going in for the headshots straight through the wall. Tags down Ditto extremely low, and they have the post-one scenario on their side.
I do like how this played out. The defenders, they just retreated back closer to their spawn point. And it seems like Team Tamilas, in their post-plant position. Stoner here, just going to be hiding right around the corner. They're trying, or actually looking for a crossfire. Now that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, 2v2 situation. Zoid picks up the kill onto Shu, and Powerpuff Boys, they don't have a chance this round as Stoner will find the killing blow onto Ditto, and that will give Team Tamilas a total of 3 rounds. And this actually might be the closest match since the start of the tournament, and you know, it is the round of 32. Competition's heavy, and Team Tamilas being met with a team that seems to be able to put up a good fight, because Powerpuff Boys, you can see that they have it in their aim. Their raw aim is there. They know what they're doing. They have a plan as well. Now, Team Tamilas, they've got to go the extra mile to be sure that they can outsmart the Powerpuff Boys and to keep their title and keep fighting to, you know, defend that champion's title. But Powerpuff Boys, you know, still that 1-round lead. They're looking good. Let's just pull up the scoreboard real quick. We do see No Fear leading at the top. 7 kills for him on that Phoenix. And Team Tamilas here, they will be moving into a short. Rafa, entry fragger. He's gonna find the kill. Onto Pixel, spots one in heaven. He's gonna dash. Sees one, but No Fear picks it up. Zoid with a return kill. Flex chimes in. And Zoid's just spraying away, I believe. Flex is going to take out Ditto. Now Powerpuff Boys, they might have to keep their heads in the game because Team Tamilas have come ready. Shoob's gonna pick up that kill onto Flex, however. And 2v3 scenario, Shoob retrieves the Phantom, and he might just go for the save as Stoner picks up CZG.
That is like the more smarter play, of course, but Shuv, he's going in for the Cypher Tripwires, trying to save those 200 credits, but it's not gonna be going down on his bank because due to the new update, Cypher's Tripwires no longer return to him after you call them back. That is a change made so that Sentinels have a much more proactive approach to how they play the match instead of just letting the Tripwires sit on one side. And ladies and gentlemen, when you think about teams such as Team Tamilas, of course, they are the comeback kings and they are adapting really quickly. It seems as though Powerpuff Boys and Team Tamilas, they're trading blow for blow. Every single time one person adapts, it seems as though the other one just adopts a new strategy. And as soon as the other person adopts a strategy, and immediately we're going to be seeing Team Tamilas adopt a different strategy. It seems as though this is a blow for blow fight coming out from the side of both teams. But at the very end of it all, who's going to be running out of ideas first? That is where all of this change is going to happen. Because both teams, I can see a lot of macro potential, a lot of mechanical potential. Everything is there. But at the very end of it all, which team has the bigger strat book? And that is what's going to be deciding this game, I believe.
Indeed, and you know, consistency is just so key, and being able to synergize, like you mentioned, with your teammates. Now, Team Tamilas, they've got a lot of work because, you know, Kusif, he's new to the gang and he's got a lot to prove as well. And we'd like to see, you know, the Team Tamilas that we know that earned the champion spot. And, you know, to be taken out at the round of 32 would be pretty devastating for them. And as for Powerpuff Boys, you know, hey, the stage is set. They can do anything they like. They can exceed. Nobody has any expectations for them. And they can definitely, you know, prove themselves and make a mark. And that's going to be Flex, picking up a kill and shoot. Ditto finding Flex, and Stoner's gonna return that kill. Zoid firing away, not gonna pick up one just yet. Now Powerpuff Boys, 3 members left, 1-for-1 trade once again, and it's all down to the last 2 members on the defending side. No Fear coming in with the backstab, and Rafa's just too quick. He's got all angles watched. CZG down to 10 HP, and Stoner's gonna seal the deal, taking out his clone. And Team Tamilas with the 1-round advantage. And that is a good sign for the defending champions. But Powerpuff Boys seems like, you know, a bit of a momentum shift over to the side of the attackers. They've got to try and take that back. They had a good start, but now we can see, you know, consistency might be a little bit of a problem.
Here. Just as I said, the strat book, I think, is running dry for the side of Powerpuff Boys. Team Tamilas, they're a much more experienced team when it comes to the 4 members, not counting Kusev as of right now, but the other 4 members, they are extremely synergistic. We have seen coming out from that round that as soon as Flex was flying in, it's going to be Stoner coming in on his side, making sure that he's going to be getting that refrag, immediately spots out Ditto, being able to take him out. and the round just turns into their favor, and the snowball effect continues. Team Tamilas just rushing down into the site, getting trade for trade, blow for blow, and they are going to be able to find everything. But as of right now, it's going to be Rafa taking 2 kills on the shower angle as he's going to be dashing in on the A side. Only has 6 bullets. He needs to be careful, but Ditto with a massive flick. He finds 2. He's probably going to find a 3rd. Ditto going in massive. 3 kills, 3 headshots, 2 headshots and 1 spray down. He is answering back and he's answering back fast, but Zoid, he comes in massive with his own headshot, being able to take down Shubo, but he gets tagged down to only 11 HP. Ditto though with a massive headshot going on to Kusev. The bomb has not yet gone down, and Zoid is only at 11 HP. He needs to be extremely careful as Ditto, he has his phone number. He's gonna be calling him up and wringing his head straight off his neck. But Zoid, he's gonna be playing it smart, trying to go onto this beast, but he doesn't know that the Sova is sitting on the back angle. And an expertly played round coming out from the side of Powerpuff Boys. I take back everything that I said. Their strat book isn't dry whatsoever. Them sending the Sova to go down and lurk so he can catch off any forms of rotation just goes to show how amazing of a team Powerpuff Boys actually are.
Ditto here, picking up that 4K. You know, the first 3 kills, that was really impressive.
Right
you know,
here.
tossing out that nade and just whipping out that Vandal so quick. Getting that kill onto Flex, I believe. That was just absolutely nuts. Ditto now right at the top, 10 kills. And, you know, I did mention that Ditto is a player that, you know, I have seen. He was in a bunch of different teams. But right now, you know, I think he can actually call
Deploying
Powerpuff
drone.
Boys home because it seems like, you know, they're synergizing well, and Ditto is one to look out for. Now, Team Tamilas, they see that the scoreboard is even. Would have thought that these defenders are going to give it their all and give the defending champion such a close fight, because, you know, if the Powerpuff Boys take this win, it's going to be a huge upset, and what more, it is in the round of 32. Now, Zoid here, he's going to make his move into Hookah. Has his trusty Flex by his side. We do see the paint shell tossed in, but no one on the side of Powerpuff is going to be there. Generally, these defenders, they do take a more passive approach. You do see them lurking in elbow and closer to defender sides for now. This is going to be Flex dashing in. He has a showstopper, but Pixels is going to be quick to take him out. And so this is DG. Powerpuff Boys, they are coming back, and momentum is so important. It seems like Powerpuff Boys, their head is in the game. Ditto and Stoner both find 1. Team Tamilas down to 2 members left. Kusev picks up Pixels, 34 HP. He's got to get the spike planted, and he's going to do exactly just that with less than 15 seconds. And Stoner goes down. It's all down to Kusev, 1v3, and it's not going to be his time. Shub going to clean that up, and an easy defuse. Powerpuff Boys, they are back in the lead.
You failed.
That round was the pinnacle of how defense should be played. They used the smoke
Last
down
round
to
before
the
the half.
E.
Yeah.
That was
Right here.
so well done. Coming out from the Sova, that recon bolt was in such a place, being able to spot out 2 members, and they played it from the safety of their cover. For example, like the Sova and the Cypher both just chilling out inside of smoke, waiting for the recon bolt pulse to go through, spots out 2 members, 1 killing him from CT, 1 killing him from the elbow angle. They were able to go and use the recon bolt to its fullest potential, and that is the level of gameplay that I'm seeing coming out from the side of Powerpuff Boys. They're able to trade blow for blow with the defending champions. They're coming up with new strategies. They're coming up with new ways of defending that we have not really seen coming out in a lot of these tournaments, throughout the tournament, I mean. As they are playing it very differently compared to the brute force style that a lot of teams try and adapt. And this level of smart play is probably what you're going to be needing to go up against one of the best teams of the region, being Team Tamilas.
Now, no fear. He's gonna find the kill onto Kusev. And Rafa dashes in, and he's gonna be taken out. That's gonna be the second kill for No Fear. Zoid, he comes in, and the run it back is not gonna be of any use. But Flex actually picks up the kill with that boom bot, and he's gonna get the plant down. The paranoia does connect onto Stoner, but he is the king of showers. That is his spot. Gonna find 1 kill. At Team Tamilas, they got the man advantage. They have to hold on to this. And Shu, with a very interesting placement of that camera. that is going to give him quite a bit of information. Now, Shu, he's got to play this right with his buddy there, Sizigi, 94 HP, a little bit of armor taken away, but not much to worry about. Now the spike is taking defenders there on the clock, and Shu wasn't able to protect Sizigi, but he's going to get the kill. And Team Tamilas playing around the clock. They have experience with this, and there it is. Zoid gets the last kill. And it's even once again on the scoreboard. This is so back and forth, we could potentially even go into overtime.
This is... I didn't really expect this. Like, when it came to Powerpuff Boys, seeing Team Tamilas, I always expected, okay, they're the defending champions, they're going to be going down into the semifinals, at least the quarterfinals, and then maybe, yeah, there's going to be those tough fights happening. But Powerpuff Boys, the underdogs, the Trojan horse, I would say, coming out of nowhere, they are showing up massively against such a juggernaut of a force. But I normally always talk about when a composition is very good on the defensive half compared to the attacking half, but both teams have agents that are good on both sides. For example, the Killjoy on attack was extremely difficult to throw off, but from the side of Powerpuff Boys, they have the Phoenix, who's going to be excelling when it comes to this attacking half. And they say it's going to be Rofia rushing out, being able to take down Zoid, and they do have shower control in their favor. It's gonna be Flex trying to hold off for as long as he can with the pain shield, trying to see what he can find, but the enemy pain shield has been used. We're getting tagged down to 72 HP, and he is getting surrounded, ladies and gentlemen, by the entirety of Powerpuff Boys. It's gonna be lonely little Flex on his side, but the Sova answers back onto Rafa, but Stoner answers back onto his own cone, but Pixel comes in from the side as well, taking out Stoner. It's gonna be Kusev as well, being able to trade out Shubo. And it's gonna be Flex and Kusev being the only two members remaining. The classic right clicks are hitting down, and this is a post-plan scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, who's gonna come out on top?
Now Team Tamilas having lost Zoid so early into the round, that's gonna be Ditto picking up the last 2 kills. Powerpuff Boys in this second half, they're gonna get that first round for themselves. A great start in the second half, and you know, Zoid losing his life so early, that just gave Powerpuff Boys the full confidence to push for that A-short plant, and they did exactly just that. They were able to also switch into their post-plant positions and really just, you know, play it out and pick up all those kills onto the remaining members of Team Tamilas. So, you know, they've got to be a little bit more calculative. When the Powerpuff Boys were on the defending side, they were extremely passive, but you know, Team Tamilas, they have an aggressive nature to themselves. And we usually see it come out a lot more on Bind. But let's see if that is actually going to work in their favor. Ditto still at the top, along with No Fear, the two duelists of Powerpuff Boys, really making it count, doing what they're supposed to. And No Fear, they're going to pick up the kill onto Stoner, and Flex just going to take out a bit of utility placed by the side of Powerpuff Boys. Rafa pumps him right in the head. The dash doesn't quite, you know, keep him safe, as CZG picks up 2 kills. Team Tamilas down to their last 2 members. CZG gonna get that plant off, and Flex with the pistol in hand. He's firing away, but Ditto's gonna take him out, and Zoid is the last man standing. And he might just look to save this Spectre, because hey, you know, that might just count for a little bit, considering that, you know, the economy is gonna be on a much lower side. But shoot, finishes it off. Powerpuff Boys with 2 rounds ahead of Team Tamilas. This is just insane.
I think both of us are just a loss for words. I don't think we can hide this up as much, because the amount of shock that we are in, because Team Tamilas, them going into such a scenario is not really common. And one more thing I have to point out, look at the ability usages coming out from the entirety of Powerpuff Boys. The Sova plays are so good. They're utilizing every single nook and cranny of the intel that they have. Of course, this is known as the double intel strat, which is the 2 intel-based agents on their team, being the Sova, being the Cypher. They're making sure they utilize every single bit of their potential just to make sure that they are able to get the upper hand upon the big dogs. That is known as the Tamilas, but this Sova is insane. He is on par with SMX, coming out with his Sova plays. It's gonna be the Sova taking out Rafa as well from his side. He's gonna be running them down. Ditto, though, does go down to the hands of Kusev. But going into a 4 versus 3 scenario and into a post plan, this is gonna be very dangerous for the side of Team Tamilas.
Powerpuff Boy CZG, he utilize that recon bolt and the shock dust just to pick up that kill. He just fired away, and you know, finding that is just absolutely insane. Team Tamilas is a little bit shaken in their boots, but remember they are a very momentum-based team as well. Pixels and Shoop, they're gonna find 2 kills, and Kusev, last man standing, gets 1, but that's not gonna be enough. 3 more to go, and the turret picks up a kill. That's gonna be a triple for Kusev. Man, Kusev. And it seems like the spike is gonna go boom. Another round for Powerpuff Boys. Team Tamilas, they might just be lacking here. And, you know, you mentioned that the utility used from Powerpuff Boys and the coordination. I have to say, the Omen on the side of the attack right now, Pixels, he just puts down these dark covers that are just so game-changing, you know. It's almost like he places them there, and all of the rest of his team, they understand how to work around it. So, hey, does Powerpuff Boys have a plan? They absolutely do, and they are catching Team Tamilas completely off guard. And it seems like, you know, these defending champions, they are really caught off guard. They have no idea what they're gonna do. And that 3-round gap means a lot, considering that, you know, the scoreline is closing in to the 13-round mark.
It's going to be closing down quite quickly as well. If Powerpuff Boys are able to get the upper hand, if they're able to change up their strategy and not give Team Tamilas much of a chance to try and understand them, to try and outplay them, this is going to be extremely difficult for their side. This is going to be an eco round, I believe, for the side of Team Tamilas, as they're going to be holding it down for as long as they can. But Powerpuff Boys, they're slowly slifting towards that A side. They're going to be taking shower control really soon. 52 seconds on the clock, and they're going to be slowly creeping their way towards A.
Calling my bot. Bot coming back.
Now Zoid here with the Sheriff in hand. Looks like Team Tamilas, they might have to save up a little bit more on their economy, but Powerpuff Boys, they're making their way through. And they are looking at showers. 4-man stacked in the showers.
You should run.
And just the Cypher looking
30 seconds
on
left.
short. Now No Fear is just going to back away, and Stone is going to find a kill onto Shoop. Doesn't look so bright for Powerpuff Boys this time, as Team Tamilas, they are ready to pick themselves up. They're not going to go down. They are called the Comeback Kings, and this is the perfect time to make that statement. Stoner's going to find a kill onto Syzygy. That's going to be a triple onto Ditto. And a great teleport from Pixels here. He's going to get the spike planted, so a little bit more cash in the bank for the attackers. Now Pixels, 1v5 situation. That's 1. You've got 4 more to go for, and Kusev puts a bullet right in his back. Team Tamilas, they find their 7th round. And, you know, honestly, I feel it could be anyone's game. Because one moment, you know, you see, hey, Team Tamilas is doing really well. But then you see Powerpuff Boys just being consistently better because, hey, they've got 9 rounds as opposed to Team Tamilas having 7. But, you know, I low-key do hope that it goes to overtime, because this is the juiciest match that we have had since the start of this Challengers Series 4, and I'm living for it.
We are all just like amazed though that Powerpuff Boys going up against Team Tamilas are able to pull them to such a scoreline. Team Tamilas though, they are answering back extremely hard. Because think of it like this. Team Tamilas, they were down a lot, down 3 rounds, but immediately they answered back with a different strategy, and they won their eco round. This is extremely big for their side, because now they have their opponent's guns. They can try and build up bank a little more. So even if they lose this round, they have that cushion to buy up in that next round to give them that advantage still. It's gonna be Zoid though, jumping about on that shower angle. He does the dance of death, and he finds 2, taking out Tito. And No Fear, he finds multiple members, and this is gonna open up a lot with the fraggers going down from their side. But Pixels, he's gonna be rushing down onto this A side, trying to find someone, but Stoner answers back onto Pixel, and with Flex answering back onto Shuv, is just gonna be leaving the poor old Sova on the back end, trying to see what he can find. But against 4 angry members from the side of Team Tamilas, this is gonna be extremely difficult.
Team Tamilas trying to prove that they are the comeback kings, and Powerpuff Boys hanging on to their life with just ZG, last man standing. And he's not too healthy, but he's still gonna attempt, and I admire it. Now ZG, 30 seconds left on the clock. He has the spike on himself. And
30
Team
seconds
Tamilas,
left.
they are keeping a close eye with 2 members on each side. Now ZG, he sees the shots, and Stoner's gonna pick it up. 9-8, still in favor of Powerpuff Boys, but man, you know, the momentum is swaying. We see Powerpuff Boys break up like 3 consecutive round wins, and you know, it's almost like Team Tamilas, they've kind of figured out, all right, this is how Powerpuff Boys are going to attack, and we are going to distribute our defenses the way that we want, that we think is the most effective. And I like the fact that, you know, they stationed Kusif there on the B side with, you know, the turret, the alarm board, everything is put down, and they're going to have Zoid on that Omen to just, you know, utilize the dark cover on the A side. That is the strategy from Team Tamilas. No more aggressive stances. They might pull that once in a while, you know, it's just rapid things, it's just flex things. They tend to go aggressive at random points in the game. You know, that's the best way to just catch your opponents off guard. And as for Powerpuff Boys, you know, they had a very straightforward way of attacking. They would look for a kill, like an opportunity, and the moment they know that they have the man advantage, they're just going to go all out and get that spike planted. And, you know, the same strategy is not going to work against a team that has so much experience in competitive play here on Valorant. So, you know, Powerpuff Boys, let's see if they're going to change it up. We do see a little bit of a pause, and, you know, they could use this time to, you know, just fix it up, make sure that, you know, everything's going good, because this is going to be a great game. And both teams, they got to be on their toes. They got to keep reinventing their strategy. Everything that you have practiced, if you are not flexible, you can't change it on the spot, then you could say goodbye to the top spots, because a lot of these teams are extremely talented. And Powerpuff Boys, it looks like they could be considered one of them as well, even though it's like the first time that we are seeing them putting on a pretty dominant performance.
They're just showing us why exactly they deserve to be in this tournament, why they deserve to be in the round of 32. And if they are able to beat Team Tamilas, that means that this is a huge stepping stone for them, because defeating the defending champions is not an easy feat for any of the top teams of our region. But Team Tamilas, they have the ability to adapt really quickly. Give them 1 or 2 rounds and instantly they're like, oh, you thought that we were down, we are going to be coming back even faster, even harder, and even stronger. That is the plays that are coming out from the side of Team Tamilas. Team Tamilas are doing something that we don't really think about being a viable option, but they're being aggressive on defense. In the rounds that we just saw Team Tamilas lose, they played it very slowly, they played it very systematically. In comparison to the rounds that they won, Team Tamilas, I saw them running in, taking a lot of these gunfights, taking a lot of these duels, and catching Powerpuff Boys off guard with their mechanical dominance. This just goes to show that Team Tamilas know how to switch it up, know how to get into their opponents' heads.
Yeah.
And from the side of Powerpuff Boys, the thing that they can do is maybe just wait it out, because if Team Tamilas are playing aggressively, maybe just wait it out on an off angle, see if you can catch out Zoid, see if you can catch out Flex, see if you can catch out Rafa. Any one of these players who are going to be making a lot of these pushes, if you're able to catch out one, then you can adopt a different strategy. Try and force Team Tamilas back into a corner that they were initially trying to force them into being like, okay, we got to play defensively. We lost one man. Bringing them back into your own hands. But Team Tamilas, with their mechanical dominance, are just showing how quickly and how fast that they can adapt, and how quickly they can just take your heads off in a matter of seconds.
All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard. We do see Ditto, Sizigi, No Fear. They're at the top, but, you know, the kills are spread out very evenly, pretty evenly actually, across everyone from both teams. We do see a bit of an eco there from the side of Powerpuff Boys. Just got to get the economy back up. They can afford this round, but I would expect, you know, if the scoreline does go even, they did win at 50 rounds, so, you know, this could be anybody's round to take. But we do see that Team Tamilas, you know, they got their economy secure, they're ready for the comeback, and it's really ultimately up to Powerpuff Boys after this pause to try and take it further. They're gonna do this eco, they have to play their cards right, and, you know, if this eco doesn't translate into a lucky 50 round for them, they have the next round to go for. But if they lose that round as well, then that is where you're going to see Powerpuff Boys, they might struggle just a little bit, because that will give Team Tamilas the power to catch up on the points and, you know, to look and try to close this game off. But hey, you know, I could predict that Team Tamilas, you know, they could close it off, but Powerpuff Boys might do it. I don't know at this point because both teams, it's almost like neck and neck. And who would have thought that the skill would be so close in the round of 32? So, you know, a lot is on the line. I can't imagine the amount of pressure that these guys are facing. So all of you that are watching this, remember to like and subscribe and click that bell icon. This is the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4. Powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. So when you click that bell icon, you will get notifications whenever we are live. And it seems like it is going to get back into action. Yep, the pause is done. And let's get this going because I'm super excited. A bunch of light armors for the side of Powerpuff Boys. So, you know, not a full-on eco, more of a half buy. But let's see how this pans out. Both teams have had sufficient time to, you know, work through what they need to do. And ultimately, will let their work do the talking.
Trying to force themselves into a half fight. This is a pretty dangerous feat, but they do have the loss bonus in their favor, so they will still be able to buy out guns in the next round, even if they go in for these buys. Also, one member is sitting out back of container, trying to spot him out, to try and get some form of a chip damage with the shock darts, not able to find anything just yet. But the side of Powerpuff Boys, they want to try and break down into this B side, but the entry fragger is chilling out on the B long angle. Is going to be the Sova clearing out the turret coming out from Kusev so that they have an easy entry path onto this Elon angle, but Rafa answers back onto one, Kusev onto another one onto No Fear, but Ditto, he comes in massive from his side, he takes down one, but Ditto, he's the only one left on down onto this side, he's gonna be going on in, he finds one, the showstopper has been used, and it's gonna be Flex going down to his clone, and it's gonna be another one going out from Ditto, he's coming in massive, this is a 1v2 scenario though, he just has a Spectre and only 14 HP to his name, the Paranoia does hit, and it's gonna be Rafa coming in from elbow to take him out. And ladies and gentlemen, another round coming out from the side of Team Tamilas. And it seems as though Powerpuff Boys are getting a taste of their own medicine, because this is exactly how it played out back when Team Tamilas were on the attacking half during the first round.
Indeed, and you know, it was a really good round played by Team Tamilas. They got all these kills, they got all the takedowns, and Ditto here, you know, he got some pretty good kills. 3 kills, but it wasn't quite enough. And you know, you need your teammates to be able to back you up. You can't just, you know, you can't rely on just one member. But Ditto, he is a key component to the Powerpuff Boys. Now, even on the scoreboard, once again, this is Team Tamilas fighting for the comeback, and Powerpuff Boys trying to make a name for themselves with this huge task of having to take down the defending champions. Now you can see Stoner and Ditto, both of them 17 kills. We just saw what Ditto can do, and for Stoner, he was the winner of the play of the tournament last time around in Series 3. So, you know, on that LG monitor, he must be playing the best that he can, and it's cool to see that, you know, he's going to change it up, but this time Shoob's going to take him out with a headshot. And Flex here, he's got the up in hand on the race. We've seen it before, and we like it. And Flex picks up a kill onto No Fear. Probably did not expect that. Huge investment by Team Tamilas, and they can't afford to lose it this time.
This is a huge investment, but Flex, he has a showstopper in hand. He's looking for the bodies. He does find pixels, but his own clone is sitting up on this right hand angle. He's gonna go in for the no scope, and he's gonna be able to find it. Flex, he probably just jumped out of his chair, pressed his 3 button, and he's screaming, "No scope, baby!" He takes him out. And that was a well-laid run coming out from the side of Team Tamilas, but from the side of Powerpuff Boys, they only have 30 seconds left on the clock, and they need to try and break down into a side. But with the Sova being only at 19 HP, one blow of a wind can just take him out. He's a twig to be broken by the hands of Team Tamilas, but its 3 healthy members are still present. 40 seconds left on the clock. The peak from the heaven side comes through, and Kosev, just to add insult to injury, takes down the Sova with a headshot. It takes down Shubo as well with another headshot. And Team Tamilas, they're going in with an explosive fashion, and Flex, he's at the helm of it all.
What was that, Flex? Is that even legal? Flex! He tosses out that showstopper, has the up in hand, no clue that Ditto's right around the corner, and he connects a headshot. I mean, CZG took him out, but that's besides the point. Flex, that was absolutely nuts. And being able to pick up that triple kill was essential for Team Tamilas. And now they find themselves with a 1-round lead. It is looking good for them. And we know TT is all about that momentum. When they are feeling good, when their plans are working, they're going to keep pushing forward and they're going to keep thriving. Now, Powerpuff Boys, I don't know how they are going to take that and how they're going to, try to get themselves back up. But, man, Flex. That was all him. That was nuts, oh my goodness, I just saw you jump out of the chair, aggressive. It was insane. Now Gusev gonna find the first kill onto Pixel, and this is Rafa lurking in the garden. He's gonna spot one. Running back keeps him safe, picks up a kill onto Shu, and Ditto's gonna get a return for V3 scenario. Powerpuff Boys, they're trying to hang on to this, and now we do see that Gusev has put the lockdown. And he's looking to capture some opponents, but Powerpuff Boys, they're ready with the rotate, taking that teleporter. Ditto's going to dash out that boom bot and make his way over to B. Trying out for the bamboozle, extremely important into making your attack successful. Sorry. Now Sizigi finds the kill onto Kusif and takes out that Omen teleport, trying to scout out the area, and the spike has been planted. 3v3 situation. And, this is a do or die round for Powerpuff Boys. But Team Tamilas, they've got quite a bit to do here, considering that, the time is not on their side.
Time is not really on their side, but at the same time, think of it like this. Powerpuff Boys, they have a lot of room to work with, but Team Tamilas, they are all very healthy. But Powerpuff Boys, we can see the Dovahkiin extremely low, and with Flex answering that kill on Novia right through the smoke, it's just gonna lift the lonely little Sova again once more, and him having only 1 HP is not gonna be helping either. And from the side of Team Tamilas, an expertly well played retake scenario coming up from their side, and every single one of them going down to the spike as well. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but at the same... Wait, did they have enough time to go in for the defuse? I did not hear it.
No, the point actually went over to Powerpuff Boys, so that was a successful plant. And we can see the attackers, they are doing everything that they can, and it's double digits for both teams. So, overtime, I think we smell it aggressive. But, Powerpuff Boys, last man standing, that was Sizigi. Not enough time. And it just goes boom. But we're going to move on into the next round. I bet everyone that is watching this match, whether you are a Powerpuff Boys supporter or a Team Tamilas supporter, let it be known in chat. We'd love to see it. And it could be anybody's, but the defending champions having a little bit of a tough time, and Powerpuff Boys definitely making a statement, because after this, we are going to remember Ditto. We're going to remember No Fear, Sizigi. These guys have left a mark. They have really proven themselves that, they've got the skill to go head-to-head with with a massive juggernaut like Team Tamilas. Now Sizigi looking for that opening kill. He's been performing so brilliantly, and Stoner there, his clone. I do like this pickup. Very consistent. Rafa gonna push into his Cloudburst. And looking for a pick off. Zoid might just come into contact. He's got to get the shot off. He sprays, gets a kill, and he's going to dash on the Paranoia, just back away. Good choice. And he's going to look at the showers, but not going to pick up a kill just yet. Flex gets taken out by Ditto and Zoid. He's thinking his strategy. Powerpuff Boys, they're taking out members of Team Tamilas. The spike has been planted. It's all down to the defenders.
This is the do or die scenario, just as I said, and Rafa being able to answer back on a Ditto is gonna do a lot. They have the man advantage on their side, but just as I said, one more member does go down, making it a 3 versus 3 for both sides. The spike has been planted. Going in for the defuse is going to be Rafa, but with the flash being thrown out as well, Shu answers back on the Zoid, and Pixels coming in from the back angle, and Pixels with another one being able to clean it up. They're clutching out rounds left, right, and center, and it seems as though Team Tamilas, they have their backs against the wall. And Powerpuff Boys just showing us how much of a juggernaut of a team they actually are.
There is a little bit of a trend here. The moment Powerpuff Boys gets a spike planted, they are really good with their post-plant positions. And that is where, Team Tamilas kind of struggles with the retake, because Powerpuff Boys on attack, they can defend their planted spike. But if Team Tamilas can manage to hold them off and not allow them to plant the spike, I think they could get the round. You know, it's all a case of looking at the patterns, looking at how Powerpuff Boys are able to secure all these points. And Team Tamilas, you know, if they're on their toes, they should notice it and they can do something about it. But Powerpuff Boys, they are in it to win it. 11 is to 10. I mean, it could be match point or it could be even. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but Kusif on the Sheriff. Seems like Team Tamilas, they don't quite have the cash. And Powerpuff Boys lurking in hookah. It smells like B-side. They're about to raid the area now. Kusif just tossing out that alarm. And he's gonna wait very patiently. Now 3 members of Team Tamilas are stacked onto the A site. And that is not gonna be a pretty thing for Team Tamilas as Shub takes out Kusif. We see the defenders going for the rotate. Stoner here lurking in elbow. It's going to be extremely crucial because if he loses his spot and does not pick up a kill, it's going to be extremely tough. And Pixels manages to get the plant off. And this is where Team Tamilas has to really show that they are able to go for this retake because so far they haven't been successful. Now, 4v4 situation. Both teams are man down. Let's see who has the brains to overtake the other.
When I look at Powerpuff Boys, it feels as though I'm looking at Team Tamilas in a way. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like a lot of their strategies, a lot of their adaptations reminds you of what Team Tamilas do. And just as I said, Powerpuff Boys, they're on match point. These post-plan scenarios are so reminiscent of what we saw Team Tamilas do when it came to the last series. In Series 3, a lot of these positions, a lot of their gameplays, and a lot of their styles are very similar to what we see coming out from the side of Team Tamilas, because Team Tamilas as a team, like normally when we saw them before, when they take a lot of these post-plan scenarios, they like to stack up, they like to take a lot of these angles together so they can play for a lot of these trades. And Powerpuff Boys, they're taking those approaches, the same approaches that Team Tamilas do, and bringing them to another new level. And this just goes to show how much they have actually taught and how much they have actually trained to go up against the juggernauts that is Team Tamilas, and they have the confidence, they have the momentum in their side. This is going to be match point for the side of Powerpuff Boys moving forward, and a do or die situation for the side of Team Tamilas.
Indeed, you know, if anything, the Comeback Kings has to do something now. Powerpuff Boys, if they win this round, it is done. They move over to the round of 16, and they will earn they will earn a title of beating the defending champions, something that we didn't expect to happen in the round of 32. Powerpuff Boys, who are they? They're making themselves known. Rafa goes for the spray. He's not going to quite connect it. 85 HP. Pixels takes out Flex. And Ditto's going to win the duel. Powerpuff Boys, they've taken out 2 members of Team Tamilas, and they might just close this game. Right here, right now, Neural Theft is dropped Zoid, picks up a double. Pixels is going to get a return kill, 3v2, anybody's game. Is Kusif going to stand up now because he needs to? He finds the kill onto ZG, no fear, takes out Stoner, 1v2 situation. It's just Kusif himself. Is it over for Team Tamilas? He's going to sneak around, change that gun, move himself over to Lamps. And Powerpuff Boys, they're in their post-plant positions. This is where Team Tamilas doesn't do well. Kusif turns, but is that the right time? Fakes the defuse, but they might just show themselves. Kusif picks up 1 kill. Will he do this? And no fear wraps it up. That's gonna be Powerpuff Boys moving over to the round of 16, taking out the defending champions, Team Tamilas. It is the end of their reign, at least for the TEC Challenger Series 4.
I don't know what to say. The biggest upset of this entire tournament has to happen in the round of 32. The round of 32? Who are they? Who are they? I need to have their phone numbers. I need to call them up. And I need to know exactly what is their secret. What is their secret recipe? This is not Chemical X. This is on another new, different level. Because this is probably Chemical Z or something. Because what are they at this point? And this just goes to show that as the series are progressing forward, we saw teams rise up from the very bottom. And I don't think we have seen Powerpuff Boys going up in Series 2, Series 3, or going up to Series 3 at all. And now they come in out of nowhere. Series 4 taking out the Series 3 veterans, the champions.
Indeed. That
That
is
is
just
mind
nuts.
blowing
Yeah.
to me.
All right, guys, we're going to talk more about what just went down between Powerpuff Boys and Team Tamilas by moving into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook, powered by 4000 series Ryzen processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, okay, let's just start from going. Let's just start from the top, right? When this match happened, what we saw was Powerpuff Boys, a little bit of dominance. We're thinking, hey, these guys, they got it in them. Who are these guys? No Fear, Pixel, Shub, oh, Ditto. Who are these guys? We've seen their names in different teams, but we've never seen them collectively as a roster. And, Team Tamilas, defending champions, everybody loves Team Tamilas. But Powerpuff Boys, they came here and completely took Team Tamilas, us, the casters, and the viewers by surprise. They showed us that they have gone through an immense amount of practice. They have so much synergy. They seem to link up. They showed us that they are real contestants in this tournament. And, the sheer teamwork, the strategy, the way they utilized their abilities throughout the entirety of the match was absolutely nuts. Now, it wasn't an outright dominant performance, but it was a consistent performance, at least more consistent over Team Tamilas. And for all you guys that are watching, Powerpuff Boys, we gotta keep an eye on them because they just made headlines doing this. And as for Team Tamilas, I kind of understand why this happened. They don't have the same roster as they did the last time around. And Kusif being, the newer addition, I wouldn't say that it was entirely the fault of Kusif. It's more of like, we also see Stoner we see Stoner on a different agent. It comes down to, when things are changed up, if you don't have enough time to kind of pull yourself together as a team, it's not going to work out. And this time, Powerpuff Boys, they just seem to look more prepared.
They look a lot more prepared, and I would have to say the one driving force that changed everything was not the was pretty much the macro play in general. Because from the side of Powerpuff Boys, in a lot of these scenarios, I saw Team Tamilas go in for a lot of these teleport plays, but immediately it's gonna be, I saw that the Soba was immediately already there waiting for a teleport play, waiting on this B side, waiting outside of the teleporter, waiting outside of the A teleporter. He was always in the right scenario to catch them off guard. And this just goes to show what kind of a team Powerpuff Boys actually are. The no names, the underdogs coming in so massive. And at the end of it all, at the helm of it all, I just saw that Powerpuff Boys just had better ability usage in general. We have not seen this level of ability usage coming out in Series 3, and I was not really available on Series 2, so I don't even know if it was there as well, because this form of ability usage in the game of Valorant at such a high level just goes to show that what kind of a team that Powerpuff Boys actually are. They are the dark horse of this tournament as of right now, coming into Series 4. And I can't wait to see what they're going to be bringing down to the table as we move forward.
Indeed, Powerpuff Boys, we're looking forward to seeing you guys. Better luck next time for Team Tamilas, and, hopefully we see them in the next series. But ultimately, congratulations to Powerpuff Boys for making it over to the round of 16, where it will be a double elimination. Now, coming up next, it is going to be Velocity Gaming versus Dovahkiin. I hope I pronounced that right. Dovahkiin. All right, I've got that. So, before we go into the break, remember we have a massive sale on LG monitors. You can check out the link in the description. Remember to like and subscribe, click that bell icon so that you get notifications whenever we are live and you don't miss out on any of the action. So grab a snack, grab a drink, and we'll see you guys very shortly with Velocity Gaming versus Dovahkiin.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's gotta do something about it. The spike is ticking, but wrap up with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. We're back with game number 3. Earlier today, we saw Godlike Esports with a very dominant 13-1 performance. They made it over to the round of 16, and so the Powerpuff Boys beating the defending champions, which was Team Tamilas. But right now, we are going to see Velocity Gaming go up against Dovahkiin. And we know Velocity Gaming, they were champions of Series 1 and 2. And now it is Series 4. They took a break during Series 3. So they're back and ready to try and get that title once again. So this is going to be a really cool match. Let's see if Dovahkiin, no expectations for them. This is the first time that we are seeing them in this tournament. So the stage is set and they could probably exceed expectations like what Powerpuff Boys did in the previous match. Now here into the agent select screen. Do you see anything cool? Anything you might want to comment about here, CA?
It's the Amaterasu breach. I've been begging and begging for teams to go more towards this double initiative lineup because it really is what is dominating the meta right now. The Sova and breach being run on almost every single map, with the sole exception of Split, because Sova is not great on Split. But we're on Ascent. Amaterasu is playing breach, and I am really excited.
Indeed, we can see the Sentinel, the controller coming out. Excali not going to be on that dual list, but hey, Omen is the best aggressive controller that you can use, and knowing the play style of Excali, we can see why that is happening. And Velocity Gaming starting out on the side of defense. This looks like a pretty solid composition. I do feel that Amaterasu, he hasn't quite locked in that breach. He could take a Phoenix. It could work as well. We have seen teams run the Phoenix over the breach as long as there are the flashes. Now on the side of Dovahkiin, we see the Brimstone, not a very common pick for this map here, Ascent, but it seems like, they've got some sort of plan, and that Reyna as well. So, Reyna just mindlessly, she can be very aggressive. So two very different approaches, but Dovahkiin going up against Velocity Gaming, who has been champions 2 times around. Man, how do you think this game is going to pan out, CA?
I really like the entire idea because for me, Velocity is like this team who they took a rest in Series 3 and now they're like this Phoenix coming out of the fire even stronger. And then you have on the other side Dovahkiin, whose name literally translates to Dragonborn. So I'm really curious to see like how this matchup ends up going. But Velocity, it is that solo duelist lineup. It is Antidote on that, like on his signature jet. So for me, this entire composition is one of the best in the game. Having said that, the best way to counter a meta strat is to bring something of your own, something that you're yourself comfortable with to the table, and you can see Dovahkiin doing just that. Lammy picking up that Brimstone. I'm really curious to see how that works out.
I hope this is a spicy match. I mean, after, all the festive celebrations, I hope you guys at home had a good time with your friends, family, and loved ones. Now it is time for the action here in the Challenger Series. Once again, Velocity Gaming on the side of defense. We do see Antidote very aggressive. He's going to push up to B main and wait for a victim. But Dovahkiin taking this round a step at a time. Pistol round all about accuracy. The spike on that Sova, I believe. moving into B main, but we do see Hellfighter, the newest addition to Velocity Gaming, previously from Global Esports. He's gonna find first blood, and Lami's gonna pick up Amaterasu. Antidote with the double kill just to save his team. And when you have a whole squad with star players, it's gonna be tough to take them down, as Hellfighter finds his second kill onto RKB10. And right to Ace, chiming in to show, hey, I'm still here, I still got it in me, but the first round, that's gonna go to Velocity Gaming, off to an ideal start.
See the way Hellfighter uses his utility, he goes for the very aggressive camera and Traffer down an A short. What this enables them to do is lets both Hellfighter and Excali, both of them push down towards A catwalk. And even though there is multiple members coming from the side of Dovahkiin towards catwalk, the fact that both Hellfighter and Excali are there due to Hellfighter's utility positioning means that they're able to get the first blood and allow their own teammates in Antidote to flock in from the other side. Velocity with a very coordinated approach in round 1. Now going into round 2, it's Anti going for the aggressive peek. Finds one, but instantly gets taken down by Natsue. This is the eco round for Dovahkiin, and they're just going to look to do some damage. So 1 for 1 so far, pretty decent.
Indeed, Excali with the Guardian, he's gonna find the pick up to Terminator. Amaterasu with a spray! And that's gonna be a 3k there. Amaterasu, good bit of predictions, but you know, you could see that the communication is coming through from Velocity Gaming, and ultimately was an eco round for Dovahkiin, but Velocity Gaming playing that very nicely. And to do a little bit aggressive there, did get, you know, his life taken away. But Amaterasu, he's gonna back his team up. So, you know, Velocity Gaming, very dominant so far. The track record throughout the entirety of the start of this tournament, it has been very dominant performances. And you know, the only thing I can hope is that, hey, you know, Dovahkiin, they're going to be able to read into the movements of Velocity Gaming and show us that, you know, they might be a new team very much ready to contest one of these juggernauts. And Antidote finds the first kill onto Terminator.
So far, we've seen like 2 recurring themes from Velocity, which is Antidote peeking down in B short and Hellfighter peeking down in A short. I'm curious to see if Dovahkiin will recognize the same and look to punish that, because so far Velocity, they are playing in an extremely dominant fashion. They're carrying over their guns from last round, which means it's Dovahkiin with the gun advantage, but again, it's Velocity with the man advantage with the Antidote aggressive peek. Natsue finds one, but Hellfighter pushing down into catwalk will back him up, will find two. Lamy with mid control finds one more, but Amaterasu able to return it back. And this is what I mean. Like on a map like Ascent, you really do need to control your shot angles, because if you're not controlling your shot angles, there's only one place for the team to funnel in, and that's mid, and that makes it extremely easy for Velocity because they have the breach.
Indeed, and that was a full buy round, and Dovahkiin not being able to hang on to their guns and taking it for themselves. But Velocity Gaming, you know, we saw that they did start off a little bit more passive, but now that they've gotten the taste of Dovahkiin, we can see their confidence. That's why they are pushing out of their defenses, picking up all these kills onto Dovahkiin. And, you know, if I were the attackers, I would try to, you know, have a strategic plan, because lurking and waiting for an opportunity, it's going to be really tough. And Hellfighter, they're very aggressive, but a good return kill. Excali's going to chime in. Reaper not able to connect his shots just yet. Excali, he's flashed, can't see anything, but still very aggressive. And that's going to be Reaper falling to Excali. Amaterasu gonna fire kill as well, and Lamy, last man standing with the Sheriff in hand, and he's about to get sandwiched. Lamy, there it is, right to Ace. Gonna get the headshot, 4th round for Velocity Gaming.
I cannot lie, I have missed Amaterasu's insane mind games so much. Like this guy, he just time and time again predicts exactly what the opponent team wants to do. You can see that in this round, he switched over from his usual positioning in B all the way over to A, to just as I was saying earlier, like for Dovahkiin, it's all about trying to punish the aggressive tendencies of Velocity. And this time Velocity is like, you know what, they're going to try to punish that. So let's, a couple of us together, push down A short and punish them for trying to punish us. The mind games from them, absolutely insane. But now I just got to look at Dovahkiin's loadouts, and it's going to be a double operator lineup for Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin trying to switch stuff up, but this is an extremely expensive investment. They have to make it work. Now Reaper will miss that first shot on Excali down catwalk. And with that double operator lineup, it's all about trying to find the bigs they need to get first blood.
Now Excali with the paranoia in hand. Dovahkiin They are a little bit more passive still, with the strategy to look for a pickoff. But Velocity Gaming, they're going to wait for the attackers to come to them as of now. Now Hellfighter here on a short duty. Very aggressive placements of the Cypher trap wires. Antidote in mid, and he's gonna get sniped by Reaper. Probably didn't expect that. And Hellfighter, he smells something suspicious. Picks up the kill onto Natsue. Reaper finds the second kill, and that's also gonna be a double for Hellfighter. And RKB, he's quick to get a kill. Velocity Gaming with one man down. It seems like Dovahkiin has got it figured out, but they've got to keep their head in the game, stay focused, and don't
30 seconds left.
underestimate Velocity Gaming, because we have seen insane clutches, 1v2s, 1v3 situations from these members. Now right to Ace and Amaterasu. Last two members of Velocity Gaming standing. They are gonna look for something, but Reaper finds the third kill onto right to Ace, and Amaterasu, last man standing. He's got to be careful. There's an op in hand, and he's got to take out two more members of Dovahkiin. Amaterasu sneaking through the garden, and Reaper looking at a different angle, and that metal door is not going to be very favorable for Amaterasu. It's closed. If he does take it out, he will, give information that he is there. But we do see the spy cam. Has spotted out Amaterasu. He's gonna just release that fault line and toss a few things and probably go for the save. Good choice. But hey, Dovahkiin, they're gonna find their first round, and I would say that's progress, and that's really good to see coming out from the side of the attack.
Yeah, it's absolutely humongous because it's what it shows for the team is a double front mindset, which is the idea that they are responding to the kind of plays Velocity is making. Just as I say that, RKB 10 going around in that room, able to take down Amaterasu, prevent any sort of save. Now, this will hurt Velocity Gaming a little bit, but more than it will hurt Velocity Gaming, it will give a chance to Dovahkiin to stabilize their economy, because as I'm saying, like, they recognize the fact that Velocity, they like to go for the aggressive pushes down their short angles at A and B and take control of A and B short. They counter that by bringing in two operators, both looking down those angles, and then Reaper with the 3K making the operator work. It's really nice to see Dovahkiin adapting, but now adapting just as the same. It's Antidote dashing in through mid. He found one, but Natsue instantly answers back, and it's right to Ace with that signature shock dark kill coming in to answer back for his teammate. Velocity, they're like, you got us by surprise, one round, well done, but this is how we adapt.
Oh, Excali coming in with a triple. That aim is just nuts. And, Velocity Gaming, they realize, like, hey, if we're not going to go aggressive and catch them off guard, if we give Dovahkiin time to think about what they want to do, they might just have the upper hand over us. So, Velocity Gaming being able to, analyze and adapt this time around, it has worked in their favor. And right to Ace, how did he even get that kill with the shock dart? His... What would you call it? Trigonometry, geometry, however he calculates those angles, the bounces on those bolts, it is just nuts to me. But this has to be an equal round for Dovahkiin. Understandable. Velocity Gaming, their economy is in a great spot, and still with that 4-round lead, they are looking to continue dominating. Now Antidote with a little bit of revenge. He's gonna find one kill onto Lammy, and Excali just there to back him up in B main, tosses out a dark cover. Now Antidote lurking in the mid courtyard for a victim. Hellfighter on A long. They are sandwiching Dovahkiin in their base, like close to their base, and Hellfighter finds a triple. Amaterasu is gonna take down the last man, but flawless round for Velocity Gaming.
And this is exactly why for this composition in the double initiator, it's the reason it's the strongest, because especially the Jet Breach combo, it's so difficult to counter. You see what Velocity do? They put a dark cover down towards mid catwalk to deny that angle altogether. Then you see Amaterasu from the A side catwalk area flashing for Antidote, who's dashing in through mid, and the only counter to that is to have 5 members stack in onto mid and try to counter Antidote's rush. Even then, it's likely that Antidote just ends up getting one kill. And that's why this breach is so damn strong. But now you can see Dovahkiin, they're trying to adapt. They're going for the A push. The Rolling Thunder does come out from Amaterasu, though, as well as the Seismic Blast to delay the push as much as possible and buy Hellfighter the time to back up and set up his utility. Now with the trap fire set, it's Amaterasu and Hellfighter holding on. Amaterasu gets taken down, though, by RKB, and Hellfighter will find a return. Lammy finds one, and the spike carrier is down, but it's Dovahkiin with the man advantage.
Dovahkiin played that pretty well. They used the orbital strike, caught Amaterasu off guard, and RKB being able to pick up that double is just massive. The last time around when Dovahkiin managed to get around, it was all thanks to Reaper and the 3K on that operator, and he seems to be one of the remaining members, and hopefully he can clutch this out with his teammate just to get a little bit more for themselves on the scoreboard. Now Excali, he's going to be backstabbing along with right to ace, and Reaper, he's got the op in sight. He might just find a kill, but the shot does not connect, and Excali is too quick. RKB's all down to him. He's going to spray. He picks up the kill onto right to ace. Is this going to be a 4K? That's a clutch from RKB. Second round for Dovahkiin. And that is just nuts because Velocity Gaming, they've had very dominant performances. 13-0, 13-1 at the least. But Dovahkiin, they are looking to at least give Velocity Gaming a little bit of a fight. And I like to see it. Usually there is a little bit of a skill mismatch. We saw two teams go head-to-head. Team Tamilas, they met the team Powerpuff Boys where they were exactly just as strong as them. And unfortunately, Team Tamilas fell short. Now here, it could be a chance that Dovahkiin is an up-and-coming team. So to be able to get those 2 rounds is great to see. They have made it all the way up to the round of 32. But make no mistake, it is Velocity Gaming we're talking about. 2-time champions, that's going to be a tough ask. And what more, they went on the break, they're able to, you know, change up their strategy, bring themselves together and approach these matches in a different way. But that's going to be Natsue picking up first blood and right to ace to return that kill. Now Excali's going to chime in. Finds Lammy. He's gonna back away and toss out a dark cover. And just, you know, being a little bit flashy there. Hellfighter finds the kill onto RKB. And only 2 members are left on the side of Dovahkiin as Velocity Gaming. They're looking to get back their rightful spot, leading and getting those consecutive rounds. Now Excali goes down to Reaper. And it's a 1v2 situation, 34 HP, only 4 Reaper. This looks like a tough ask for a clutch.
Yeah, Reaper in an extremely difficult situation, but like on the point you mentioned, right? This is a round of 32, and like the biggest difference I've personally seen in the round of 32 from Series 1 all the way to Series 4 is that the up-and-coming teams like Powerpuff Boys or like Dovahkiin, they're really starting to step up to the mark in their ability to look back at the wards of top-tier teams like Velocity, like Team Tamilas, and understand how they try to play their game, and then try to make their own playstyle on the basis of that. It feels like the entire community as a whole is starting to rise up and become a better set a better overall standard, and that's really lovely to see, because that's exactly what like the series 5 series are for, is to give that opportunity to every single team to be able to continuously adapt, to be able to continuously improve and come out for the best. But now it's Antidote. He's like, let me show you how it works with that op, finds that first kill onto Natsue, makes it 5v4 for Velocity, and you can see Antidote now, he's just gonna pull back towards that B-main angle and wait for that push. Dovahkiin, this is their eco round, and it's gonna be really difficult with all 4 of them looking towards B, which is where Antidote is.
Now we do see a little bit of a sandwich coming in, and this is what Velocity Gaming does best, even on the side of defense. RKB got to pick up a kill onto Excali and right to ace, finds Reaper, and that is going to be a wrap. Was an eco round for Dovahkiin, but Velocity Gaming, they find these opportunities to have, you know, a couple of members or a few members stay defensive on site. But you see here Excali with the wraparound coming in from the back, that backstab, and I do believe that right to ace got that information there with the drone, and that allowed Excali to look for a pickoff. So, you know, little tricks like this, we can see the plans that Velocity Gaming has, and, you know, Amaterasu being the IGL, he's doing what he does best, and that is, you know, formulating ways to bring his team to the top. 6 rounds in the lead, that is the dominant team we know, Velocity Gaming. And Dovahkiin, they're gonna do their very best to try and make the most out of this situation. But Excali is gonna get a triple kill so quick, coming in from the back once again, but Natsue, he's gonna get that revenge. Just pops that soul and Lammy finds a kill up to Hellfighter. Amaterasu quick to return it, and it's down to this 1v3 situation.
That's the way in a 1v3 situation, has his Empress though, so if he can try to get a kill from that and look for the resets on the basis of that, he can get something done. But will get spotted out by the recon drone and now the recon bolt as well, and right to ace just holding on to this corner. to the best of his capabilities, using all of his utility to prevent Natsue from going anywhere. Natsue finds a really nice one tap onto Antidote, but it will be right to Ace backing him up, getting that final kill, and now it's 9-2 for Velocity. And I have to give props to Dovahkiin because like this is what we know Velocity for, their ability to continuously adapt and bring something absolutely brand new when the other team is surprising them, and doing that in the matter of rounds is why Velocity is that top team, you know. But Dovahkiin, they're doing their very best to try and switch up the strategy every single round, to try and bring their own creativity into the playing field, and then on the basis of that try to surprise Velocity. So a bunch of props given to Dovahkiin because they've looked like a very good team so far. But Velocity, they are our former champions from Series 1 and 2, and now they're looking extremely strong in Series 4. 9-2 already. Excali with the double kill makes it 5-3.
Indeed, and Excali very aggressively pushing up onto the courtyard. He's gonna look for his next victim, and meanwhile RKB is gonna find a kill for himself, and Lammy here with the Steam Beacon. Hopefully this counts. He fires away. No more armor. 85 HP. Gotta make this work, and Excali and Hellfighter both find a kill at the same time. RKB last man standing. Good use on the Cypher Cage, but that's gonna be a jumping Hellfighter with the pistol, securing that kill, and that is going to be double digits for Velocity Gaming on the board. Man, oh man, must be pretty angry that Dovahkiin managed to get, you know, those 2 rounds, but that was the last round in the first half. And we're going to move over to the second half. Velocity Gaming in attack and Dovahkiin on defense. Now, if anything, Dovahkiin, they've got to be a little bit stronger on the side of defense than it is attack, because it seems like the first half wasn't quite in their favor.
Yeah, but this double initiator composition with the breach, where it really thrives is the attacking side, and I think this is where I really like the usage of utility coming in from Hellfighter, because the way he uses his utility to try to deny his side, it feels like he's enabling the rest of the team to play that much aggressively. Now you can see in this round it's right to Ace on the look with the help of the trap fire set up by Hellfighter already, and then the camera towards B shot to control that angle as well. Velocity very much understand that their breach really good at taking mid control, so they're using the Cypher utility to take the short angles control as well and maintain their map control as a whole. Now they're moving through mid. Antidote, he's found first blood already, looking for the second though. Terminator finds one. Terminator with the second will give Dovahkiin that man advantage, make it 4-3. Lammy with another. They're looking as strong as you expected from them, Apo.
Indeed, right to Ace with the shot kill. Coming in again, Natsue, relying on that accuracy. He's gonna spray as much as he can on that ghost. Just tap in by Excali, finding the kill onto Lammy. Now it's a 2v2 situation, but Dovahkiin, one of the members is dangerously low, and that's Natsue. RKB coming in from the back. They're trying to do what Velocity does, and that is gonna be 2 kills for Dovahkiin, coming in hot in the pistol round, catching Velocity Gaming off guard, and a safe defuse. 3rd round for Dovahkiin. When Velocity Gaming, they must be fuming. And let's see, you know, if round number 2 is gonna be a force buy, or I think actually gonna go for the eco, because, you know, Velocity Gaming, if anything, I do believe that they are the only team that has raked up the most amount of thrifty rounds. So, you know, if there was a leaderboard for that, Velocity is right at the top.
Yeah, I do expect them to not go for the first buy though. What they can do is try to go for a particular site rush and then try to get something done. But it's as you said, right, Velocity, they're one of the best teams at making sure that they at least get some damage done, if not pull off the thrifty round in these eco rounds. So we'll have to see what they can get done, because right now Velocity, all 4 members looking towards A. It was just Excali looking towards B, trying to find a particular someone before they committed, but now they're going for the commit. All 5 members now at A. They will wait for the Omen's smokes to come out before they go into this site particularly. But you can see Dovahkiin, they're responding just as well. All 5 members now moving towards A. This is going to be a massacre for Velocity if they do not make the move right.
RKB just picked up a triple. He's the new man of defense. Velocity Gaming, that didn't work out. Now RKB with his trusty Brimstone Lammy there. Amatera Su cornered in Winery. And that was just absolutely mad by RKB. I'm not going to forget this guy, because He was in a clutch situation and now being able to pick up a triple. Excali one taps him down. He is mad. 2v4 situation. And this time Natsue, he's looking for the backstab. Dovahkiin playing with the time. They're going to take this slow. Now,
30
what
seconds
is Velocity Gaming going to do in this scenario? Seems like Natsue is trying to quicken the pace. Reaper picks up Amaterasu. That's going to be a double for Reaper. And 4th round for Dovahkiin, looking so much more comfortable on the side of defense. But man, that was impressive from RKB.
Yeah, and this is why I'm loving Dovahkiin, because just as how Velocity was using that Cypher in defense to enable aggression from the other side, you can see Dovahkiin doing the same, using the Reyna and Jet to move in through B short and get the information that, hey, no member of Velocity is over at B, no member of Velocity is over at mid, so you know what, there's only one place left for them to be, and that is A. And then RKB holding it down strong in A. He's like, my utility is set up. I will be able to hold down A side by myself. You guys just come as fast as you can. Guess that triple, guess that round for Dovahkiin. But now that was the eco round for Velocity. And now in this buy round, they're trying to fight back. Antidote finds the first kill, but Hellfighter moving down mid will get taken down by Reaper. 4v4 situation, Velocity looking to make their way into B.
Now Antidote with a big entrance. He's ready to attack, and now the spike is on right to Ace as he escorts it onto the B site. He's gonna get that plant off. Excali takes out Reaper. 4v3's Velocity Gaming with the man advantage. Lammy here just playing with the feelings of Excali, but will he get this kill? He does, because he changes position at the right time. And Amaterasu is gonna fight Terminator. Lammy, last man standing, 1v3 situation. Not looking bright, actually. Lammy could opt for the save. The fault line does hit. Courtesy of Amaterasu, and Raito is just gonna seal that up. Chains him down. Velocity Gaming with 11 rounds for themselves. This is just insane. And you can see, you know, once the full buy happens, Velocity Gaming, they are more in their element. And that was, you know, a really good round for them, considering that, you know, multiple members were still alive at the end of that round. So, you know, not a huge loss for Velocity Gaming, but for Dovahkiin, yeah, their opponents are inching their way closer to match point.
Yeah, Velocity just continuously pushing the lead forward. It's as you said, once they get onto their comfortable full loadouts, they're able to make much more of an impact in the map. But Dovahkiin, they're not giving up. They're continuously fighting back, so we'll have to see. Velocity now all members down at mid. They made the A side push, they made the B side push, and now they're looking to use that breach to just cause some noise at mid, then move into catwalk into A. What this does is just make sure that the Cypher not able to use that spot RKB was using when he did get the triple. So we'll have to see if RKB can find a different off angle and surprise Velocity. But so far it's the breach flashers coming through. It's Antidote, the entry fragger, finding the double kill, making it 5v3 for Velocity. Velocity looking for match point.
Spike planted.
Antidote so comfortable on Jet here, finding those 2 kills. Absolutely brilliant. And that recon ball is going to spot out a few members of Velocity there. Terminator with the Odin, gonna pick up Excali and looking for that reload. Natsue approaching Raptors, gonna try his luck, and we do see right to Ace shifting his position, not wanting to get hit through the wall. And Antidote finds a 4K, but he's gonna go down to Natsue. 1v2 situation. Huge ask for Velocity Gaming. It looks like they might want to just secure match point right here, right now. Natsue gets a bullet in the back from Hellfighter, the latest addition to the Velocity Gaming roster. Previously in Global Esports as the allocated Sentinel, a Cypher main. Hellfighter is fitting perfectly into the roster of Velocity Gaming. So I would say, you know, it was a good pickup. We do see teams struggle at times when they do have a little bit of a roster change, but it seems like Velocity Gaming, they are very much comfortable. There's a lot of synergy working. Hellfighter picking up these kills across this whole match just out of nowhere. That is very key to the success, because you need 5 players that are well-rounded, that can do well in high-pressure situations in case of clutches and whatnot, because that can actually make or break a team when matches are extremely close. Dovahkiin, they managed to get 4 rounds, but we can see a little bit of a skill mismatch. Velocity Gaming, 1 more round, and they can close it off. Antidote and Excali both finding this first couple of kills. Reaper gonna stick a dagger right through Antidote. Still has the Blade Storm in hand. And Velocity Gaming, they're looking for that plant on the A side.
Be right to Ace, getting that kill. Amaterasu finds the plant. Excali will get one more. It's already a 1v4 situation. And Excali pushing in aggressively using that paranoia. Will find that last kill. His triple for the round onto RKB. And for me, Apple, I definitely agree regarding the synergy for Velocity, because even though Hellfighter is brand new into the team, you see the way he fits in. I think it's primarily because of the type of Cypher that Hellfighter is. He's continuously changing the way he uses his trap wires and camera, continuously adapting. And what this does is it really just fits into Velocity's idea of continuously changing their own play styles and playing with the mind games the way Amaterasu calls it. So it's just really nice to see the whole team coming together as a whole, and Hellfighter really enabling the aggressive gameplay coming out from players like Antidote and Excali. Excali with that 410 ACS with 24 kills, he will be the MVP. And we did hear this from like Sentinel coming in earlier. See,
And it seems like, unfortunately, my co-caster has a little bit of tech difficulties. But don't worry, we're going to move into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook powered by 4000 series Ryzen processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. And not to worry, hopefully CA will come back. Sorry about the inconvenience, you guys. But let's just have a little chat about what went down between Velocity Gaming and Dovahkiin. Now, let's start with Dovahkiin. I do believe that CA mentioned that they were Dragonborn, so it kind of felt like, you know, the Dragon was going up against the Phoenix. Velocity Gaming, if you look at their logo, there's a Phoenix there, but it seems like the Phoenix will be victorious this time around. And as for Dovahkiin, they are up against, you know, a massive team, a team that is so rich with experience in the FPS competitive scene. You know, even before Valorant, Velocity Gaming, these guys, they have made a name for themselves. And Dovahkiin being able to get 4 rounds, hey, it's an achievement nonetheless. It is great that they decided to go up against them and, you know, try for the fight, because, you know, this tournament is all about opportunities and having a taste of what competitive is. And, you know, good job, Dovahkiin. You guys tried your best, and hopefully we'll see you all next time. And as for Velocity Gaming, man, okay, for you guys, if you need a small recap, Velocity Gaming, champions of Series 1 and 2, took a break in Series 3, I believe they moved into their boot camp, and in Series 4, they are back to take the title. And now with the defending champions completely out of the game, because Powerpuff Boys just beat Team Tamilas, Velocity Gaming can actually look at the throne as like, you know, an obstacle has been taken out. So, you know, Velocity Gaming, they're definitely going to gun for that. Amaterasu, he is the IGL, and previously the player that was on the Cypher was Vibor. So, you know, Vibor no longer with Velocity Gaming. They have introduced Hellfighter, who was previously with Global Esports. And it seems like, you know, this team, they're really mixing well. There was an instance where Amaterasu was firing across from A-shot into the mid-court, assisting Antidote with the flashes. If anything, Velocity Gaming are really good at using their abilities to combo, and that is ultimately, you know, what most teams should do in a high-pressure situation like this. And I think, you know, if you guys really enjoy some really good competitive play, keep a lookout for Velocity Gaming. You know, do like and subscribe, click that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we are live. Remember, we have a massive sale on LG monitors as well. You can check the link in the description. Follow our socials. We have updates on stream schedules so you guys wouldn't miss a beat. And that will actually be all for today. We saw Godlike, Esports, Powerpuff Boys, and Velocity Gaming make it over to the round of 16. So the competition is going to get heavier, it's going to get tougher, and I hope to see you guys once more. My name is Apollonia. I was your host and caster, and joining me today, we saw Aggressive and we saw CA as well. So until next time, remember, get some rest, happy gaming, and good night to all of you.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.